Way to start a stream, you know. How I start all my streams.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So, in our last session, you all fought with a very interesting succubus creature that was taking the facade of Nihilus's mother. After quite a long battle and a few sending spells that resulted in Aris being instantly teleported away, you all were able to successfully bring her down and just fly the rest of the way to Murda with very little incident. When you arrived, you were, instead of being taken to the Silver Fang region, were taken to a secret passageway that went from the outer wall into a collection of tunnels. And this tunnel seemed to join up with an underground river of sorts. And when you came to what seemed to be an open clearing, expecting there to be some sort of presence here, you find yourself greeted with what seems to be a full size city of individuals. The opening clears out to a collection of residences on both sides. You are coming down here on the southern end, and you see a very large and burly man holding a massive axe standing on the bridge. What will you all do?
Let Kyrie walk first.
Okay.
Another person?
What is this dude looking?
Rain, you greatly recognize this individual.
Oh, I'm not there.
How close do I know him? Are we just acquaintances? Or
Well, the moment that you see him, or I should say, the moment he notices you, he picks up his axe and starts walking towards the group. Shadow's little dagger's grown up.
what's his name?
You would know him as the axe.
The axe. Oh,
He looks far more grisly, much older. When you used to see him, his hair was more of a nice uh, brown with small streaks, but it is now a staunch white.
oh. How long has it been since I've seen them?
Since you last saw them, about 5, 6 years.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm probably gonna walk up to them as well and then just say, "It's been a long time, old man.
Hmm.
How's everything?"
Eh, Retired, so not doing too much. Although, got the missus's message over there, so came to greet you on behalf of the headmaster.
Is this another school in
What? Who?
Hogwarts?
I'm sorry, sir. What's your name?
You can just call me the Axe. So, I hear you all are here to become acquainted with our Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty.
Oh yeah, a couple days ago, she came busting in here, made a big show of it, carrying a woman over her shoulder that was bleeding all over the place.
Would
Dating or dead?
It's
she happen to look like her? I point at Nihilus.
it's. Can you take us to her, please?
I can. And at this point, you see Kyrie waving you all on. I'm going to go meet with the headmaster in just a moment.
Can I get the eye back?
I'm going to say no, but I promise you won't mind.
Okay.
Headmaster.
And at this point, you see her heading back the way that you came. And the axe lifts his, what you now see to be a full great axe that is quite literally the size of Rain, that he just lofts over his shoulder. All right, we're going to the other side of the town. We're gonna need to make a quick trip through the inn, though. You're want to make sure that you're known to the guard around here. And he starts walking you all forward. Gene, as
Um,
you're going through this town, you notice a few things. There is a continuous presence of religious artifacts all throughout the town.
Do I notice this?
You do not at first, just given the fact that you are very focused on getting to where you're trying to go at the moment.
Fair enough.
But Gene, you recognize the most common of these artifacts to be the symbol of Helm.
I didn't know you worshipped Helm down here.
When I first joined, there was a little less of a movement, but the recent headmaster, well, he's persuasive. Not to mention, it's been good for the people to have something to believe in other than coin.
We know
Good
who
that
that
you
headmaster.
are striving for a better cause.
I mean, don't get me wrong. And he kind of leans down towards the rain. The coin's good too.
Give them a wink and a thumbs up.
I'm going to just stay close to Rain. Just because I'm curious to see what's gonna happen.
Okay. All right. And as you approach this, what seems to be circular building, you notice two very well armed individuals. One, a almost as large individual in full plate armor, standing to one side, um, while the other side has a dwarf who is wearing a set of chainmail holding a spear. The axe kind of just walks up to them, waiting for you all to sit or stand for a moment, and through some brief conversation, of which Rain, you are the only individual would understand this. They start waving you all back in. Well, uh, you guys are good to be around the town. Whatever you do, though, don't fuck with people. They don't play down here. And at this point, you come into the inn, where you see it is very lightly populated currently. You notice a barmaid behind the bar just cleaning things up, getting things ready. And you notice a few individuals walking about, chatting and cleaning up, seeming to be preparing for the day to come. All right, we're going to be going through this back door here. Good to see you, Lucille. And the woman behind the bar just raises a hand up, barely taking her eyes off of her task. Yeah, just human woman.
Are
Just
the
seems to be occupied getting things taken care of.
so everyone we're seeing down here current races, or is it like specific?
There's definitely more humans than not, but there's been a few dwarves. You make a perception check. Okay. So yeah, you've noticed a few humans quite all over the place, a few dwarves. But you notice that there are also quite a few individuals hiding in the shadows. Some of which you can't make out their race, but others you see are a little too small in stature to be human. And then you see a few tails coming out of cloaks here and there. A couple of them being tiefling tails, others more furred in nature. But it does seem that almost everyone's just kind of minding their own business down here. Right. And then as you come through this back door, The axe approaches a small house that stands next to a smaller circular building. And at this point, he knocks a few times, and then you see him pull a lever that comes out of the side of the door. A few moments pass, at which point a familiar face comes to open the door. Oh, thank God you're alive.
I just hug her.
And she hugs you right back. Oh, it's so good to see you all. Well, most of you, anyways.
Wow.
And
Have
you
you
see her kind of eyeing
met-
the.
You've met them, right?
Yeah, she has met them once, but that's comments seem to be mostly directed at the axe.
Making friends, I see.
Hmm. Well, um, we should probably head back. Your mother's been tossing and turning a lot today, but she's seems to be getting better.
Is she awake?
No, she hasn't woken up since she's been brought here. But come. And the axe kind of just stands to the side, and Lisa brings you through, and you notice that there is a small section of the wall that has pulled itself forward, seeming to have been a secret door previously, but now just blatantly ajar. And when you come inside, you notice first a man covered in animal skins, seeming to be casting spells over your mother. And your mother is just lying on the bed, covered in bandages. You notice that most of her face is just unseeable, with the exception of a region for her to breathe, and then a region for one of her eyes to see out.
I believe we spoke before, and I hold out my hand to the man who's treating her.
He gives you a nod. I would give you a hand back, but mid spell at the moment.
Once you finish, I would like to discuss what's been done and what we can continue to do to improve her condition.
And he just gives you a nod, and you wait about 30 seconds or so. And then at this point, okay. Greetings.
Hello.
My name is Nason. It's nice to meet you in the flesh. As to what's been done, well, we've been trying different types of restoration spells. We've been able to heal up most of the small lesions, but others continue to open themselves back up and bleed. We've had to change her bandages about once or twice a day, which your friend here has been taking care of, and she's closer to consciousness now than she was a few days back, but she is not
Is
fully woken yet.
she comatose or is she dreaming? Do we know what stage she's in?
Well, she speaks words periodically, mostly tossing and turning and things of that nature, but she I don't believe she's comatose, but I do think that she's almost stuck in a way. Healing but not quite healed, as it were. But anything you want to try, my magics have come to their limit.
I can't do much for her today, unfortunately. We had some trouble on our way back.
Well, she will be here.
And then we were able to recover her eye, hoping that we can help restore her in some way with that.
That's good. I was curious what we would do about that one, since, well, it will be difficult for her to move her head very much with what they did with that.
I'm just gonna kneel down next to her and do a cure wounds at 2nd level and just sit for a minute.
Okay. I want you to make a medicine check.
Very nice.
So as you start casting the spell, you start feeling a darkness in some of her cuts. You notice that many of these are something that you've heard of before, where certain types of wounds that are caused by abyssal creatures can linger. And having an understanding of these things, plus your capabilities with magics, you actually find ways to start pulling that out. And as you do so, your mother stops tossing and turning, and you see her starting to breathe easier. And then she opens her eye, jumps up on the bed, and you see her holding her hands out. You'll never take me. I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh,
No!
Why, bro?
oops.
Get yourself on the map, paper.
I didn't click it. I didn't click it either.
We gotta kill your mom, lol.
I swear to God, I will murder all of you.
That house you're standing in looks very fireball-y right now.
All right, and she is going to have a bit of a surprise round, given her, you know, very strong instincts to attack you quickly.
Do you want me to re-roll or do you want to enter it for my token?
Go ahead and re-roll it, and then I'll modify the number.
Can I have the second one?
As much as I wish. So Rain, I don't see your number on there.
Yeah, I forgot to click the thing.
Go ahead and re-roll.
on.
All right.
This would be a great time to have chosen calm emotion.
Mm-hmm.
I have it.
All right. So to start off, for all of you, with the exception of Aris, all you see is her suddenly start shifting very quickly, and you notice that she just disappears and appears over here.
Misty step?
Aris, you're unable to act, but you notice that time slows down around all of you as she starts casting multiple actions.
Oh,
one
we're
after
gonna get
another.
blocked! Woo! Let's go!
What is she doing?
Time stop! Whoa!
Oh.
Ninth
And
level
as
spell!
she does
Woo!
this, she notices that she's unable to move on her own, and a small saucer comes up, and instead she touches her own shoulder, and her body starts to fly in the air. She points to the wall, opening up a portal, flying out of it.
Can I not, like, counterspell that?
You are able to recognize this due to your innate capabilities, but given your, we'll say, juvenile nature in them,
God damn.
you're just able to see
Juvenile.
this while others cannot. And you notice that at the tip of her hands, an orb of ice starts to formulate. And at this point, this is when everyone else is finally able to notice that she is gone. There is a suddenly new hole in the wall, very pristinely cut. And your mother standing there holding her
she's
hands
out, okay.
out, casting the spell in your direction.
Lisa gets to be in the initiative, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
So at this point, it is now everyone, and you do have your reactions. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
I can't counterspell it. Fuck.
You can if you want to use it as a reaction.
Rain.
I fail.
Yeah,
Nihilus,
I'm
you
counterspelling
have,
it. I'm gonna try a 4th level counterspell on it.
Go ahead and roll.
I know I need to roll something fucking dumb. I need to roll like a this. I need to roll like a fucking 16 or some shit.
Oh,
Okay. So you notice that there is no semblance of the spell being countered whatsoever. And at this point,
Need me to make a con?
I need everybody to make a con.
I already did.
Can I uncanny dodge that one?
Once we get to the damage and all that.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't have Lisa on this one. All right, I'll take care of her later. Okay. Whew. So every single one of you, with the exception of Jean, you take 33 points of ice damage.
Oh,
No, I don't.
Oh,
Absorb elements, I take it.
all right. Does that make you absorb all of it or just the amount that you roll there?
It's resistance.
Okay, so you would
The
take half
half.
damage on that. So that would be 16.
Yep.
Also for yours, Jean, you would take 16. Rain, if you are uncanny dodging,
Mhm.
then you would also take 16.
I'm down, guys.
oh no!
What?
Really?
I
He
didn't.
hasn't healed yet.
I haven't been healed yet.
Oh my
And people
god.
don't talk, bro.
We're gonna get killed by your mom, lol.
I'm gonna share.
And yeah,
I
she
mean-
is currently floating there
I swear.
with bandages covering her entire body and both arms ready with magic. Eldon, what would you like to do?
Let me. I need like 1 second to think about what I want to do here. So she looks like she's ready to cast something, right? That's what you
Yes.
said.
She is essentially
Okay.
surrounding herself with magics. And there is a floating saucer right behind her.
What does that look like? How big is it?
It's a decent sized saucer, and this is something that most of you would have seen is very commonly used by wizards as a floating disc to carry things.
Oh, it's that. Okay.
Imagine using a spell slot on that or a spell on that piece of shit.
Dude, she can't like move, so
Oh,
it
it's
makes
true.
sense. But anyway,
Oh.
who's next after me?
You see, Rain is ready to react very soon.
Okay. Can I delay my turn to the end of this initiative turn?
Sure.
So I go after, like, at the end.
So you go at the very end, yes.
So after Jean.
All right, Rain,
Is that cool?
what would you like to
Yeah, I
do?
want to do that.
Is my uncanny dodge?
Your reactions are back,
Yeah.
and you have a full turn right now.
Okay, cool. Do I see Kyrie?
Not around you.
Not around. What the?
She left us at the bridge.
Oh, okay, got it.
Why is she not here, bro?
I know, right? Who's that then? Oh,
That's the
Mommy.
That's the mom, okay.
mommy.
That's
Mommy
mommy
dearest.
dearest.
oh, okay. I don't know why I keep entertaining them. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the axe and then just kind of exclaim a little help here before I Is there anyone else around us that I see?
Currently in this region, no.
Okay. Hmm. That's the case. I am.
I'm pretty sure I'm dead next turn.
Wait, you haven't healed too?
I was full before. Not anymore.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do
You're a
is
squishy bitch. That didn't work. Whoever that
Okay.
was.
I'm gonna cast that on
Right, and those that are around Rain, you notice that she holds up her ring, and a flower blooms off the top of it, and a healing dew covers her face, and she looks healthier afterwards.
not me, on Eris.
On Eris? Okay, so
Yeah.
Eris, you are healed 5 points of healing.
Do I
Might be less
see
dead.
do I
I'm at half
see
now.
Jean from here?
You do not.
Okay. I'm going to sidestep a little bit back.
There's supposed to be
All right.
music right now.
Oh, yes, there is. Thank you.
It's very silent. I was like, eh.
And potions are. Oh, I'm going to chug a potion because that's a reaction, right?
That would be
Bonus
a bonus
action.
action.
I mean, bonus action, yes. As a bonus action, I would chug one regular potion.
Okay.
And that will be.
And that brings us to Nason's turn. So Nason is seeing Jean collapsing across the way, is going to walk his way over, and he's going to cast a Curing Touch. And you cure for 10 points of healing damage. I was getting ready to say healing damage, but
Negative damage.
so you are back up on your feet.
Nice.
Woo. That's a close one. That's a Bahamut's good graces in the distance.
Mhm.
Bahamut did this.
All right, and he is going to keep himself in the back line because
Probably
fighting
wise.
head on is not his thing. All right, so next up, that brings us to Mommy.
Oh man.
Can she
it-
see me?
She can, and she is actually getting ready to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Maybe.
Okay. Nihilus, I want you to make a persuasion check. This is basically you trying to act like yourself. And, yeah.
Be yourself, lol.
Okay.
Well,
I am
so
your
at this
daughter.
point, at this point, you see her kind of very confused, and you see the hand that was forming some sort of electrical energy. She pulls back down, but the one that was filled with ice, she just swings in front of herself, and you see a wall of ice come up across the way. And she is casting this at 8th level.
Wall of ice?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So that means it is going to be... Trying to see the distance. So it's a 10-foot section for each one, so that's a lot of ice. That doesn't sound right. Oh, it's 10 10-foot sections. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. So she essentially just closes off this entire region, and it is a 10-foot tall wall of ice with spikes coming out in your direction.
Can we see through it at least?
This is 1 foot thick, so you would be able to see through it with disadvantage. And given her current status, she only used 4, that's 5. Yeah, so she's essentially blocking herself off in here to have decision-making time.
You said it's only 10 foot tall?
It is 10 feet tall, yes.
Okay.
All right. And that's where she's going to end her turn. Nihilus.
Okay, so I'm gonna move past Lisa. And I'm going to yell so that she can hear me on the other side of this damn wall. Are you freaking kidding me? And you call me a pain in the ass? I came here to check on you. I know what they did. You are okay. We got you back. Please calm down.
Make a persuasion check, and I'll give you advantage on this one.
I have a +0. That's a
Terrible.
true 14.
Well, luckily for you, she has a passive insight of 19, so it works. You, over the calmness and the ice that's kind of emanating towards you, which it's freezing cold around all of you because the initial blast is a 60-foot radius one around that area. So there is ice everywhere now. And as you wait a moment, you notice that your mother flies up over the top of it.
Go off.
And you see her just kind of exhaling a sigh of relief, and all the magics around start to dissipate. She also she is able to maintain consciousness and floats herself back down to the ground. She's not actually walking because she literally can't, but she is floating there in front of you all.
I mean, if I
How
walk,
long have
you
I
can
been out?
Fly.
I'm not sure. Can I approach without you killing me with icicles?
Oh, it's just a little bit of ice.
Fucking
A
hurt.
little bit.
Mhm.
It hurt. Like.
I walk up and I hug her.
Don't be a bitch, Aaron.
And
We out
you
of
see
this
her
book?
wincing because she is hurt all over.
Oh,
But
yeah, I'm sorry. Let's get you back into bed.
yes, let's. It is good to see you, though.
You want some good news?
Would be appreciated at the moment.
Succubus bitch has been sent back to her plane.
So I can still kill her. Excellent. And you see her kind of floating back to the room and kind of not really giving you apologetic looks, but also not her usual arrogant look that you have seen from her in the past.
Oh yeah, good luck
She
getting an
makes her way
apology, guys.
You see the beds kind of literally frosted over as the sheets are stiff from the icicle. Lisa just kind of picks up the top layer, which comes off as just a literal sheet. And I will go get another one of those. I'll be back.
I mean, she did it. She should have to use it. I'm just saying.
And she just gives you the nastiest. Your mother just gives you the nastiest stare. Well, definitely you then.
I'm shoving a potion at Jean. Drink up.
I have
Mm-mm,
plenty.
mm-mm.
Oh, don't
I
waste
Save
that
it for
shit.
later.
Fuck that.
Don't
We're
waste.
fine.
Yeah, and you do see that Nason is kind of continually working some healing magics on Jean currently. And
Good.
actually, if all of you could stay close to this region, I'll be able to give us all a little something to help us out.
I do that.
All right.
I pat his shoulder. Well, put a hard hand on his shoulder. It will be very, very appreciated, especially on this guy. I nod over at Hughes.
So all of you heal for 15 points of healing.
Nice.
Like it never
Your
happened.
way of taking me down out of max kills.
Well, the last thing she remembers is a literal hellscape.
Mhm.
And
your
as she
fault, then.
lies down, so what's been going on?
Uh. Well, we closed a portal. Evershift sent us to the limbo plane. We made our way back, and we came here. Oh, and we sent Succubus bitch back to her plane.
So I've been out for a while then.
2 weeks. Like that.
Lisa would probably know more than me.
Yeah, and at this point, Lisa kind of just pipes up. It's actually only been about 4 days. Oh wait, no. At this point, it would be about 8 days.
Well, we were in whatchamacallit for a week.
You only stayed for 5 days, and this all occurred 3 days before you arrived. Trying to keep a timeline in my books, but yep. So yeah, a little over a week. But we've been trying to heal you since you returned. It was apparently quite a spectacle when you came. Most of the people around here consider this building cursed.
You let us into the building and then told us it was cursed?
Oh no, they think it's cursed because when Kyrie brought your mother here, she was quite literally bleeding all over the place.
Oh.
And they didn't quite know her at that point. She just kind of invited herself.
Tends to do that.
I'm gathering that.
You get used
And
to
at
it.
this point, you see the axe just kind of sitting there and giggling to himself. It was one hell of a show.
But Mother, they're still actively looking for you. So we definitely need to keep you safe. Don't just take off out of here as soon as you feel better.
Oh, with how I feel, I don't think I'm moving anywhere anytime soon.
Well, you gave us a nice little show, so just making sure.
Well, how was I supposed to know you weren't just another illusion?
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's good to be home ish. Where are we? And at this point, the act kind of raises his hand. Well, I'd like to formally invite you to the Crescent Moon. We don't have much, but the beer's good, and if you need a job, we got plenty.
Might be looking into that at some point, but
And you kind of see your mom getting back a little more color in her face and kind of gives him that, right, well, I'll trust you on that.
They saved you. They kept you. Well, Kyrie saved you. They kept you safe here.
and I do appreciate that. Although, I think I'm almost at risk of termites in this building.
Safe here. People still hunting you.
Well, give me some time to recover, and I'll be the one hunting them. Make an insight check.
Is it Toric when we talked to you, right?
Yes. Nihilus, jump down to secrets.
It's probably traumatized.
Trying to put on that facade.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is this guy? In Axie Boy?
Mm-hmm.
What race is he? Did Tail say?
That's a good question, actually.
Tails, what race is the Axe?
He is human. Extremely large for a human, but human nonetheless.
I'm going to nudge my elbow on the axe and kind of mumble that.
Yep.
About.
And I'm working on that message now.
Oh yeah, no, it's more. Remind me to let you taste of this new concoction that we found elsewhere. Definitely a lot better than the beer in here.
I'm
Oh.
keeping a very close eye on like any interaction. I'm
Okay.
curious as fuck.
Make a perception check. Well, so with that, you notice that the axe looks in Rain's direction when Rain is not looking at him at all. And you kind of see him mouthing words.
Do I recognize the language?
You do not.
If he's mouthing words, can I cast
You could cast it, but you probably would not be able to catch what he's saying right now. Unless you're trying to hide it, then give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I'll do a sleight of hand and I'll cast it.
And Rain, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check or a perception check.
Okay.
Roll under 11. Roll under 11. Fuck.
I rolled really bad earlier. This is my
Okay. So as this occurs, you start casting the spell, and the axe gets a little embarrassed in his look and stops all movement.
Do I notice?
That's
this,
fine.
right?
And yes, you do notice him.
I'm going to showingly move over to Eris and sling my arm around his shoulders. What are you trying to do?
I'm just curious on the conversation that we had previously. That's all.
I see. Okay. Yeah. It'll be fine.
You fucking... let's see.
All right. At this point, Mother kind of turns towards Nihilus. As much as I enjoy the company while I'm in the infirmary, I would like some rest.
Of course. We should talk tonight or tomorrow before I head out on business about what's going on.
And at this point, you notice that she's not letting go of your hand.
For mommy.
Ooh, hand holding.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps less people will make you more comfortable, and just Lisa and I can stay for a bit.
I would appreciate that. Oh, and you see her now no longer as spry as she was, given that the adrenaline has given out. Her aching hand kind of waves, and the doorway that had appeared in the side wall disappears. And now the regular wall has returned. Yeah, wouldn't want to have too much of a draft. Nice window open sometimes, but a bit much.
So cool.
You could always learn these things if you came down the wizard pass.
I know. And I would like to have a private conversation with her and Lisa that we can do later.
Okay.
What's happening right now?
Yeah, so it's occurring now.
Mm.
And at this point, Nason also makes his way out. Well, seems my services here are no longer needed. I'll be returning to the circle.
Oh, it's a druid.
I'll just nod and thank him.
If she needs any other assistance, don't hesitate to call. And you see him kind of nodding towards Lisa. And you see a mutual respect has been born between the two of them. It seems that whatever has occurred over the past week or so, they've probably bonded over just some of the aspects that have had to be necessary for that. Alright. And at this point, the axe kind of turns towards Rain. Well, you guys have the run of the town. Don't be dumb. And for the rest of you, if she tells you not to touch something, trust me in that you don't want to fucking touch it. But you and I need to have a chat later on ourselves. I hear an old friend has come back.
Is that who I think it is?
You get that he's likely referencing Shadow.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Mostly because you have already received a letter from him about this.
I'm going
About
to
his
nod.
desire to speak to you.
Wait, what?
Alright. You see him kind of making his way to the bar. Does anybody try to stop him?
I'll also go to the bar.
Okay.
I'm going to give a very warm smile to the barmaid.
Flirting with all the barmaids.
Yo! No, I'm not flirting with this one. This is like
the
my
moment
mom
you
to
come
me.
up, your drink is already ready for you.
Wait, what was her? Lucille, right?
Mm-hmm. Been a while since I've seen you, dear. Job's keeping you away?
It's been like, was it 6 years, 5 years since?
It's been about 5 years since you've been down here.
5 years, okay. Mm-hmm. I actually have a present as well. I'm going to just take out the what's it called? The Goodberry wine.
Oh. Oh, I love these kind of gifts.
Yeah.
Let me get some goblets. So you look healthy. That's good. Are you keeping yourself out of trouble?
Eh, I
So
mean,
the
still
usual then.
healthy.
I
Hey.
well, it's good to see you back, and think it'll be good for the old bear, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her pour 2 portions of the good berry wine and a set of goblets.
I'm going to nod over at Axe and also actually give him what I have.
Okay. And when he sees you nod, he lumbers out of the chair, which is quite a sight to behold because he is huge compared to these chairs. And then he comes on over to one of the seats, and you see him kind of lightly sit himself down to make sure he doesn't break it by sitting too quickly.
No.
Okay, okay.
Try this.
And he just downs the whole thing. Oh. Ooh. Is that wine with the healing potion in it?
Mm-hmm. Good, isn't it?
Ooh. Where'd you get that? I need to get myself some of that. Probably
Well,
never leave my room again.
well, I'm not sure if the rest of the Crescent Moon would appreciate that, but I don't know. Well, we just got it from someone we met along the way, but a wizard over in Closa is able to replicate it. So, if you happen to pass by that place again,
Can he now? Hey,
yeah.
Lucille, you got some contacts over there. Perhaps import a few shipments? I'll pay well.
We have the recipe. I'm not there.
And you see Lucille kind of look over. Perhaps, but added 50. Stingy bitch. Alright, alright. And at this point, a goblet goes tossed through the air and smacks the axe right in the forehead. I deserve that.
Yep, it did. Though, if you ever end up getting some of it, I deserve a cut too. You know, whenever I stop by, right?
I see that you haven't picked up any of his bad habits, but picked up some of the good ones. Excellent.
Finger guns.
Don't shoot out magic missiles.
No. Like, no.
Well, I do enjoy this wine. It's quite nice, so I'll make it a point to get some in our stocks. You pay extra, though.
Very.
You see him kind of sitting there. Fine. Well, why don't you introduce me to your friends here? There's no need to stand about. Feel free to have a seat at the stools.
Who's asking the?
Lucille, yes. And what do you be having?
Get me whatever.
Strong,
Been a bit.
strong, or actually strong?
Strong.
Okay. So you still have things to do today.
It's like your new family reunion, Rain, or your.
Though I'm going to kind of whisper to Lucille, but still very obvious. Reserve the good one for later.
And you see a smile come across her face as she puts a small glass in front of Aris with a very dark auburn liquid. It's gonna burn on the way down, but you'll feel pretty good after.
All right, I'll just slam it.
All right. It's it's almost like an unfiltered brandy. So it has that extra bite as it goes down, but you almost immediately start feeling the burn as it goes down your throat, and then the burn starting to come up in your cheeks.
So this is where Rain gets her drinking habits from. This is some good stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
as much as you try to keep that little one out of the stocks, she always has a tendency to get what she doesn't have any right having her hands on.
I mean, good wine, a good drink is a good drink, is a good drink, is a good drink, okay?
And what about you, Dragonborn? What would you like?
Got anything fruity?
I do. And you see her kind of go into the back, and it takes a moment, but about a minute or so later, she comes back out. It seems to be a set of juices, and little fruit are coming around the sides of the glass. This is one of my personal favorites, but give it a try.
I'll take a cup and I'll take a small drink out of it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe Gene has ever drunk alcohol before, correct?
He has.
Oh, he has? Okay.
Communion
Uh,
wine? What do you mean?
The one sip we had in the very beginning of the
At the Kyrie's Tavern, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is somewhat reminiscent of that. It is a lighter drink, but it's got a nice pineapple orange flavor to it. And it's generally very nice. Although you do find that as you get further into the cup, it's or as you kind of let it sit in your mouth for a little bit, there is that little burn that kind of comes on the bottom of your cheeks.
I'm just gonna. So, this is quite good.
If you want a virgin version of it, I can make one.
Just give me a glass of water and I'll be fine. And I can sip on this.
And you see her kind of pull a glass out and scoop out from a barrel nearby. There you are.
Thank you.
So wax. Just kind of like, when I say so wax, I'm looking at Rain. Would you say you're like I don't know, father figure to her, just staring at him?
No, that's not me. I'm more like the crazed uncle.
Raised uncle.
I laugh and pat his back.
Yeah, somebody had to teach her how to have some fun.
Yeah.
Sure, we all have those.
So, how'd you all meet?
Well, we took a job called the Silver Fang. That's about it. That's where we started.
Ah. So that's how you got to know the scary witch.
Yeah. I kind of just like look back down at my shot glass and I'm like,
And
give me another.
given your passive perception, you also noticed that Lucille was holding on to a glass, getting ready to toss it his way, but seeming to think otherwise, decided not to. And she comes out with another drink for you, this one of the same type.
Just gonna.
Yeah. Only interacted with that one a few times, but there are very few people in this world I would not touch or go anywhere near, and she is definitely one of them. Well, what about you,
That's smart.
little dagger? What have you been doing over the past couple of years?
Here and there. Yeah. And yep, I also couldn't seem to hide away from I couldn't seem to sneak and hide away from the witch either. So I'm here and guarding this guy over here. And seeing
Guard
how,
duty.
Yep, how things are going. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good to hear that you're keeping up with your work and getting the odd jobs here and there.
Odd.
Yeah, odd is
Yeah,
one way
it's
to
an
put it.
understatement. It's a very. It's slightly of an understatement at this point.
What about you, Dragonborn? Is that plate for show, or you also on this guard detail?
Yeah.
Get done, old bitch.
What? Yeah, I'm here on guard duty, but also anybody I see that needs assistance or help.
Paladin. Well, Headmaster would like you.
Headmaster? Who's he?
Hey, he's the leader of all this, although keeps to his own, you know. Crescent Moon being the Crescent Moon and all.
Have a name?
Headmaster.
I'm intrigued in this headmaster as well, since he's decided to take on Helm as one of the deities down here.
Well, he figured we were a little too rough of sorts and redecorated. There was a little bit of resistance, but when the coin kept flowing anyways, eh. Well, coin speaks well.
That it does.
We've run into Helm before, right?
You have. You've seen him in a few different places. You've seen him quite a few places in Murda. In particular, you saw him at the church from Father Halston.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You also met a very large ethereal being that had a striking similarity to Helm.
We've met his mother.
You have.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were at a church of Helm. Like I couldn't. Was it? It wasn't the Dwarvish church, right?
No, the
Not
Dwarvish church was to
Specifically,
another.
Father Helston. Okay.
Yeah.
Father Halston is the church, is my church that I hail from.
Okay.
And Eldon, are you at this conversation, or are you just kind of wandering about the city?
I think that I'd like to just, get familiar with the surroundings.
Okay. So I'll come back to you.
We have
Okay.
fuck he is.
A
Somewhere.
ranger?
Can't go wrong having a ranger with you. Tap the enemy before they even get close to you.
Pretty much.
What am
And
I,
then when
chopped
they get-
liver?
You're
Yeah,
talking to your
pretty
mom?
much.
Oh yeah, and we got a cleric too, but
Dicks.
Wow, I'm
Uh,
not
hey.
being last.
Having a handy cleric is always good. They're the ones that keep you from dying. Although
I keep
Repeatedly.
myself from dying.
they have a tendency to throw things at you when they say things you don't like. And then you kind of see him eyeing Lucille and cringing back a little bit, waiting for a glass to fly his way.
Does your cleric also like to pick fights all the time?
I only pick fights when I need to, or when somebody doesn't listen.
So yes is the answer. Gotcha. I just like stare at her with my fucking cold blue eyes and fucking just see what she does.
I'm going to slowly push
So-
my chair back a bit.
I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
God damn it.
Oh, Oris, you're
That's
in
what
my
you
10
get.
meter radius, so.
Okay.
27.
So you start feeling yourself getting a bit drowsy. And almost like somebody like flicking you in the back of the head, you just suddenly wake yourself back up.
Ah, just like our cleric. I'll just
Well,
I'll
Rain, at
slam
least
that
you
drink
didn't
in
pick
front of me.
people that are incapable.
Mm-hmm.
I have a shitting grin on my face the entire time.
So, Red Wonder, what makes you so important to need guard duty?
Well, I kind of like show my book, wizard, short supply these days.
Especially when they go and blow themselves up.
Very true.
Well, glad to see that you're not stupid enough to be doing that.
Would never do that.
I kind of cough to shield my accidental laughter that I
That's a
don't
bad
want
cough
to,
you have there. You should get that checked out.
I know. Yeah. It's been getting worse lately too.
See a cleric about that.
At this point, you see her kind of giving you a shit-eating grin back.
Rain, when'd you start developing a cough? I don't remember you ever having a cough.
No, I don't. It only happens when a bit of bullshit is thrown on the air. You know.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not blowing
Well,
myself
this
up.
bar is never lacking in bullshit. And at this point, she looks straight at the axe. What?
I'm just gonna continue sipping on my drink while slightly being putting a little bit of distance from the X and Eris.
So,
What?
So this headmaster, is he coming to visit? Meeting him?
Not today. Well, you know, like any dignitary of sorts, you gotta make an appointment first. And, well, when you find his assistant, let me know.
Who's his assistant?
I mean, that's the puzzle.
I'm just gonna fucking stare at him.
He's a man shrouded in mystery, that's for sure.
I like
Let me
this
see
one.
something.
I'm just gonna smile and.
I'm
pout.
just so something.
If Nihilus is here, she would have read this man's mind already.
I do have a channel divinity left.
This should be interesting.
I kind of look at Jean and I look at Rain and I look at like everyone in the room and I was like, I think I have my answer. Answer to a question I didn't ask. That's fine. So,
Well.
how long have you known Rain, Shadow, all these? Headmaster.
Headmaster. About 30 years. But This one I've known since she was a little whelp. Always getting herself in trouble, hiding in places. And well, Shadow, we've been blood brothers for most of our lives. But yeah,
You know what happened to him? We've only heard
Got
rumors.
himself killed. And make an insight check. As he's speaking about Shadow, you can tell that there is a mixture of pain, aggression, and just sorrow.
Someone he died?
Wouldn't have died if I was. You see his eyes starting to get darker, reminiscing on things in the past.
You were his partner in a sense.
But he was always the stealthy one. I was the one that hit things really well. And what we were doing didn't need my skills.
And what were you doing?
Covering the way out, although that apparently wasn't necessary. But happier tidings. What are you going to be doing in town now that you're back?
We have an appointment. What's his plan for?
Oh, is Shade here?
Yeah, Shade. Do you know Shade? Axe?
Oh yeah. Try not to step foot in that shop. She gives me the heebie-jeebies.
She's still, or there, whatever the fuck it is, still up there, right?
I don't think they've ever left that shop. Speaking of which, how the hell do they... And you kind of see him going through a realm of realizations of what that means that he has never seen them leave that shop. And he's just contemplating all the ramifications that must come out of that.
Probably don't want to think about it. Should just...
Fucking magic types.
I'm just gonna... I need to understand this really quick before I do it. I'm just gonna, like, grab onto my cloak and...
This is magic I can get behind.
It tastes good, too.
And you see him kind of like rip it in half and just start chowing down on parts of it.
I will use this fucking cloak as much as I fucking can.
Which bread
Fresh bread. Hey, Lucille, you should learn from the cloak. At which
a pretty
point,
good
you
cloak.
hear a shattering glass happening behind him. You know there's only so many of those in this bar.
I'm
Well.
going to pat his back. You may need to be conscious for most of most of the day, but
Don't worry. I'm thick.
alright.
Well. Speaking of errands, need to go run my own. But, don't Don't stay away so long this time. And good luck on your guard duty. Looks like this one's a handful.
That it is.
So this headmaster, right? This is our character. They was it the axe that said they were alerting the headmaster that she's back, or?
No, Kyrie said that she was going to go meet with the headmaster.
Oh, okay. And she
Alright.
left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She went back out the same way you came.
Okay.
All right. At this point, you see the axe kind of get up and start heading out himself.
Well, do you want to sit around and wait for Nihilus and Eldon, and then we can go from there?
Probably best that we stick together for this.
I have no business down here.
I fully intend to spend the night in this room that I'm in currently.
Did you let us know that?
Nope.
I'm just...
Thank you.
I'm gonna point over to where Nihilus is. Actually, am I in range?
300 feet, I believe. So yeah, you should be.
I think it's 120.
So you might need to
So,
get a little closer.
I'm
but
gonna,
we'll say
like,
you do.
walk up to, like, over here. I'm gonna point towards where Nihilus is, and I'm gonna cast message and say, we're thinking about potentially going to Sea Shade. I don't know. We're gonna wait on Eldon. I don't know what you're planning. You can respond.
Well, considering that people are hurt, maybe we should stay the night in safety.
What time is it?
Long rest
Oh,
is
it's
good.
evening, right?
It's evening.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Though
The store
before
would
that-
likely still be open, but
Yeah,
closing
okay.
in the
Yeah,
nearest
yeah.
future. Yeah.
I forgot it was evening. I just point back and cast message again. Yeah, that's fair. You can respond to this message.
I know, I make a lot of sense, thanks.
I'm going to
I point
ask
back
this
and
guild-
say, "You're welcome." You can respond to this.
Fuck off.
I point back and say, "That's rude."
I
Where's the
just deep
ogres?
sigh.
It's a cantrip. I can fucking do whatever I want with this
Oh my
shit.
god, it's a cantrip. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You gotta say over after each sentence.
All right. So while this is occurring, Eldon, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
You said you wanted to get to know your surroundings.
Yeah, so I just wanted to walk around town and see what is happening.
Okay.
If there's anything that like, is there anything like
So which way do you go?
Particular-
And give me a perception check.
anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise. Got it. So you come up to around here.
I need to zoom out. Jesus Christ, this map is big.
And it feels like the city is both full and empty at the same time. You notice that there are individuals leaping about here and there. You see some that are around the ceilings, you see others around the corners, and you notice that there is never a moment that eyes are not on you.
Okay.
But none of them seem to be having any intention of getting any closer.
What is above me? Like, where is this like location situated?
So you are in what is essentially a
The
man-made
cavern, right?
cave. Yeah. The ceiling
Man-made?
is about 40 feet up, and most of these buildings come just short of it. So they're about
Oh,
20 to
the cave itself was built specifically.
seems to be.
Okay, that's interesting.
And as you're going about, you also notice that there are handholds on the buildings, things that normally wouldn't be in structures. This is a place that has been built specifically for the occupants. And while it's run down and look, you notice that that is very much on purpose. Because functionally, these are no worse than some of the trees that you used to travel through when you were back home.
Okay. Is there anything else that like stands out as wildly different from any other city?
The biggest thing that stands out to you is just the architecture itself. It is very unique. You notice that there is a set of writings here and there that you cannot understand, but you've been around the
What?
block long enough to understand that this is likely thieves' cant.
Oh, I can understand Thief Can't actually.
Oh, then never mind. Oh, that's right. So yeah, you do understand a lot of these, and a lot of them are notices of regions like safe house here. You see a couple of them indicating factions. Um, you also notice that there are a few that are, you can tell, are being used to send messages back and forth,
Okay. So there's
but
like notice boards where people leave.
essentially. But some of them are like just on the side of the building, or
Yeah, but there's
even just
like
written in the dirt.
hidden places where
Mhm.
there'll be like secret messages.
Exactly.
Okay. So what did you say the reasons for like? So this is like a shanty town, pretty much, right?
It looks like a shanty town, but unlike an actual shanty that if you pushed it really hard, it would probably fall over. These buildings are actually extremely well built.
Okay.
You, and actually with your background as well, this would probably withstand a siege extremely well.
So it's been built for defense
Seems to me.
exclusively. With the like yeah with so it's a stronghold effectively.
Basically. And it seems to be that the river is meant to be the front, and you notice that there is no way across that river with the exception of the one bridge.
Parting that one bridge. Okay.
And you notice that on the walls, there are little alcoves. Places that would be extremely easy to hide, but also shoot from to those that are on the other side of that river.
And I'm assuming that everywhere in this town has a clear view of that river crossing. I
Very
imagine.
easily able to see. And those that are on the outer buildings are lower. Those that are in the center buildings are higher.
Yeah. I know
And
exactly
with
what
the
this is
exception
like.
of the one building in the back, which is this circular building with the little alcoves that come from it, every single one of these buildings could easily shoot towards that river.
This is cool. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say behind that oval building, that's like a cave wall, and this whole square of city is just built within a cave wall, and
Correct.
literally the only entrance is that river.
Yep. Now on
What's
the other side of the river, there seems to be multiple different pathways out. But as far
okay?
as they all lead to this one location.
Okay. So I'm imagining that they have like various accesses to different regions, maybe through the Underdark, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Interesting.
There are some tunnels that lead down, there are other tunnels that lead up, and others that just seem to continue on. And this river does have a pretty decent flow to it.
How far down
Dude,
did we go?
I want to live here. Fuck, up there, dude. This place is sick.
You probably would have traveled a few hundred feet, but as far as depth, you're guessing it's somewhere between Oh wait, why did I say
What's
a few hundred feet? It's
what's the
probably you probably
tallest
traveled
building?
about 500, 600 feet. As far as the depth, you're probably estimating about 100, maybe 150. No, this seems to be just below the town, but you don't know specifically where.
You said the tallest building was like 40 feet, right?
Around, yeah.
So this is
When-
this is just been carved out of like an underground tunnel.
When we left the city, or sorry, yeah, when we left the city to go back into this, where did we go in from? Like what side of the city? Because we went out to go in.
Yeah, so and actually with your general knowledge, let's go ahead and go back to the city. So you know that you went in from the side. So it is somewhere around this nook here.
We're at G or
By N. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. And 500 feet. How?
You would estimate, just knowing what you know and actually given your innate stats, you're guessing that it's probably somewhere underneath this red building. Or this red building set, I should say.
Okay. Interesting.
Alright, Eldon, is there anything else that you would want to do on your walkabout?
No, not really. I just want to take a sort of perimeter around the city before heading back to wherever the others were,
Okay. And you would know that they were at the bar since that
or wherever I left
seemed to
from.
be-
Yeah.
Alright. So those of you that are in the bar, as you're sitting there, you suddenly see a dagger come flying through the air, landing on the board behind Lucille, with a message attached to it. Seeming to be completely unbothered by this, Lucille just kind of grabs it, pulls the message out, starts reading it, and then throws the message into a fire. Well, looks like I need to make sure you all have a place to stay for the night.
A
A friend. But we have a set of bunks over there. They're not particularly comfy, but they work well. If you just go across the way, you'll see a very ominous looking individual in a cloak. He can make sure that you get situated.
Which building?
She seems to be pointing over in this direction. And this is attached. There is a hallway
Oh,
here.
okay. I'll just mention whenever. Actually, no. Well, I don't know about you two, but we'll probably convene in the morning. I don't have anything or that I want to know.
Sounds good.
Fuck, there was something I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I do want to ask Lucille if there's anything that changed drastically over the past 5 years that I was not there.
A few things, but we'll save that for when we have less company.
What, you don't trust
Right.
us?
Oh, of course not.
That's smart.
You don't live as long as we have without picking up some skills.
I can respect that, and then I'm just gonna get up. If you see a wood elf come in, is with us.
Understood?
You're a wood elf, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Don't
I'm
care
just
about
gonna make
nobody
her
else,
whatever.
just your own business.
Hmm?
You heard what I said. What I said.
Yeah. When you guys are wandering, definitely make sure that your pockets are sealed, all your stuff are with you at all times.
Going to bed.
Alright, go with
Alright.
it.
So, Aris, when you go into that door, there is a man sitting at the table, fully cloaked, face covered with a black cloth, and he just kind of looks up at you. Just keeps looking at you.
We're to have board tonight.
You see him nod, points over to his right, towards the double doors here.
I'm gonna go through what's in this room. Beside the beds.
It seems to be a relatively straightforward room. There are no windows. It is a full set of beds, a table with chairs around it, and a few cupboards. And each bed has a nightstand next to it that has a single drawer.
Wait, was that where we were supposed to
Um,
I'll go there then.
Okay.
Do I
So-
know the cloaked figure?
You do. You also know he does not talk.
Ah, I just nod.
And he gives you a nod back. And if this was happening around the same time Aris was there, you are the only individual that he nods to. Everyone else, he just blatantly stares at them.
is this a person or is it just like a shade? Or...
You don't know.
That's a fireplace thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just go there and kind of sit back, chill.
Actually, so my would you say my comprehend languages are still up?
Probably on the tail end at this point, but yes.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look around really quick. Do I see anyone?
No, doesn't seem to be. This particular room set seems to be set up specifically for privacy.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my my notes that I have, and I want to read them while I'm alone.
Okay. I need you to make an Arcana check and a General Intelligence check.
Fauna, there's the intel.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Well, luckily for you, the comprehend languages was giving you advantage on that, so you're good.
Oh. Hell yeah.
So, as you're going through these notes, the first thing you notice is that while the medical examinations that's on the front is
You're doing this without me?
Yep.
while you have the medical examination that's on the front, you notice that the pages are out of order, and that this is somewhere in the middle. You also start to notice that some of these passages, they're really hard to read. But after a bit of time, you are successfully able to do so.
Yeah, if I do, then I'm after I read it, I'm just gonna put it away.
Can't believe you did it without me.
All right. Is there anything else that anybody wanted to accomplish tonight?
I look up at Jane. You said you wanted to talk.
Yes. It seems like a perfect time to talk with you.
Minute real quick.
It's like, I understand that you're a rogue and a thief and you do sneaky stuff.
Shit.
I may not agree with it, but I would like your help with something.
Oh,
I'm not asking you to steal anything. I'm just asking for if you have any information.
Oh, totally, totally. And what is this information that I seek?
Would in your dealings with the underground, would you have come across a person named Sharon?
How much do I know?
You would know this as a blue dragonborn that you do have some dealings with.
I'm going to look up at Jean again and ask, how much do you know right now?
Unfortunately, the last time I made contact with them was several years ago.
What happened?
I kind of like look around. No one's else in this room, correct?
Seems empty.
Can I look more or sense more closely to see if...
And you would know that this set of rooms is only used for guests of the headmaster. And the only individual that is allowed in here other than those guests is the individual sitting at the table.
Oh, whoops. Did
Well,
I... But I guess...
Oh no, you guys are the guests currently.
Oh, okay.
I kind of figured that.
All I know so far with the information I've gathered is that they were a failed recruit, mainly because they murdered a merchant. And though we may not be the most lawful good in a sense, we also don't go that low.
He didn't mean to. He didn't murder that merchant. It was in self-defense. I
Self-defense.
want to believe it.
Well, I'm not sure what happened next after that, but I know he's still in Bertha. That I'm sure of.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information.
Of course. If we ever end up finding him, I'll definitely update you.
Thank you. It means a lot to me.
Of course.
And I'll just turn to the fire and sit down and just be lost in thought.
And as you do so, you feel a warmth inside you, trying to provide some comfort.
I'll start playing my flute.
All right, make a performance check.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
Feeling the somber aura, Rain starts playing a soothing melody, soft and beautiful. It allows you to kind of relax and just bring yourself back to your moment you're sitting in.
Mm.
Got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get what world they came from before?
The original?
And when we were in that room, did we get what world they were from
Provnir.
before that?
Yeah. Here.
This is their origin.
Place they fucking destroyed.
Provner. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what my notes say.
And eventually they were, for all intents and purposes, banished to Kryn.
That's what it was, Kryn.
All right. So as the night goes on, it's a almost deafeningly silent night. But you all are able to complete whatever it is you wish to do and successfully complete your long rest. Nihilus, your mother is able to eventually go back to sleep. This time breathing easy. And Lisa promises you that she will be in the room next door if you need anything. And she goes to sleep on the couch. Is there anything you wanted to do that was here, or keep the rest of it for the later on?
Well, yeah, we can do that conversation offline because it's mostly just
Okay.
RP stuff. But I want to trance, and as soon as it's a reasonable hour in the morning, I want to use sending.
Okay.
I haven't written my message though, which is probably what I should have been doing. Let me pick my spells because they are gonna change, and
Did
maybe
Okay.
just go back to me.
Did you message Eldon or the wizard?
That's what I'm doing.
Oh.
That's why I'm casting sending. But I need to adjust my spells real quick.
Gasp.
What?
What are we gasping about?
I don't know.
Just taking in a breath of fresh air.
Greater Restoration's 5th level.
Yes.
Bullshit.
You're almost there.
And you would know at this point, Nason was particularly adept at restoration spells, and those seem to have no effect on your mother.
Okay.
One thing that you would gather just based on that roll that you did for the medicine check, the particular issue was that he was using nature-based healing, and you are using divine-based healing.
Was it like the darkness left behind? Was it kind of a curse, or
Yes,
so if I picked remove curse, I might be able to help him?
potentially.
Okay. What else can I do?
And I think this is a good spot for our 5-minute break.
Nice.
Yeah.
We never got his name, did we?
The healer?
You did not.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
call
I
it Billy
tried.
for now.
I'll be. Oh, never mind.
Where is this note
What?
listed in my shell? Oh, it's right there.
And what was it that you wanted to do, Gene?
Nothing. I forgot I didn't pick up any more holy flasks and powdered silver.
Okay. All right. Well, I will be right back. Gonna go get a drink.
Mm.
Oh, I
Yeah,
should do that
same.
too.
Hear me.
And hope you enjoyed that lore dump there, Aris.
That is, that's something. That is something. Back.
And back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Mhm.
I don't even know what to say, you know.
Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and one thing that would have happened for you, Nihilus, when you woke up in the morning, a dagger with a note would have been found at the side of your bed. And it literally just has on it, your party is staying at the end.
Okay. And specifically, by the way, I actually have this in my notes about what I want to talk to them about. I plan on asking Lisa to make sure we're not overheard.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what tales you're telling me.
Actually, do we want to pop down to secrets and just quickly go over in case it may affect what I do today?
Sure.
I need to pick my spells. Spells.
And pick.
I got my answer, Kellic. I'm happy, you know.
Which answer? Which
Confirmation.
question has been
Huh.
answered?
The the leader of this faction.
The leader of wait, someone, oh, you got Was the
I'm
Lord
I'm
down
pretty
as
confident I know who it is. Pretty sure.
It's me.
Yeah, that's it.
I've just been hiding it this whole time.
Did you check your pockets? Did you check your equipment in case your bow got nabbed?
Why would I do that?
We never know.
We're esteemed guests down here.
True. True.
Glad they're doing that so I have time to act.
Yeah. Actually, I'm glad.
Okay.
It's refreshing to not have to pick spells or decide on the next spell whenever I level up anymore. It's weird. It's nice. I play more melee. It's actually good. Mm-hmm. I keep forgetting about the finger guns. I need to remind myself.
Those notes were probably the most important notes in that entire fucking research facility, and we didn't even fucking look at them.
Oh. Wait, did you get it? Have
Yeah.
you read it already?
I read it.
Oh. Care to share to the party soon, TM?
Oh, yep.
The delay though.
You think secret knowledge Steven's gonna share the knowledge of the party?
Dude, this is like the so I don't even know like what kind of tier to put this on. This is like some stuff.
Wow, some
These are
stuff.
like journal entries instead of like medical notes.
Ugh. Hmm.
Listen here, you fucking nerd. I'm just here to shoot stuff.
Well,
I'm here to get my tattoo, okay? I just want to get a tattoo.
we need to go up still though,
I know.
because it's not here.
I want to get my fucking tattoo.
So actually,
We
I'm
don't
gonna.
know it's a tattoo.
Why is everyone all of a sudden want a tattoo? I don't understand. Where did that come from?
Kyrie said, Shade has something for you. Think about where you want it.
Oh.
Yeah, that was implied. Though, I kind of want to go up to the north right side. There's a lot of bread there. Or grilled stuff, maybe. Oh?
There's
I
so
should.
there's a
I should
name
have
in these
shot her.
research notes that I don't know who it is or what it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's also it's like there's a separation between like this individual and who Mira's husband, whatever. So I don't know if that's him or if it's somebody else.
They're connected, at least. That's for sure.
I'm
It's kind of-
very interested in this.
I'm actually curious because
I told Tails, depending on how this session goes, I'll determine what I do for my downtime, and what I
Why?
just found out is gonna take me down another route.
it was not your intention.
Yeah, well, like It was kind of like if I had gotten information about one or the other, then I would have done one, but I got
This is
information about
completely
one of
different.
them, so I was like, okay, well,
Why are you so intentionally vague all the time?
because like this is like it makes for a fun time, you know. Yeah, at least.
You should probably share some information to
Oh,
the
I will.
party.
No, I will.
Yeah.
I can't wait for some intentionally vague information. It's gonna be sick.
I feel like I need.
Building up the suspense.
Yo, there's so many NPCs around us.
Excuse me?
Bless you. Wait, there's a bunch
wasn't
of
a
boxes
sneeze,
on the
But
side.
sure.
You really thinking you're gonna try to steal from your own home?
Listen, they're a den of thieves. I'm sure it happens all the time.
We were told not to touch anything or get in trouble.
Getting in trouble with a literal guild of thieves, rogues, and delinquents. Okay, dude.
Yo, look at the bottom left side.
Very red.
I'm pretty
room.
sure
Yeah.
that the don't get in trouble means a lot less. A lot. It's very different from anywhere else you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause to get in trouble means probably don't kill anyone that we care about.
Is that a church?
And that's but
Looks
Where?
like a bunch of magic shops. Bottom right, bottom left side.
There's a church there for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, it probably is a church of some description. I
The
doubt
one
it's
beside
Bahamut.
that, though. The one
Or it's
beside
connected.
us.
Oh, this
Yep.
here? That's connected, dude.
It looks like they're all skulls or something.
Candles. I
Bless
think.
you again.
Does excuse me, by the way.
What?
It's crystals. No, look at the bottom. Potion.
I literally did say, excuse me, did you not hear me?
It didn't come through. It
I
never comes
literally
through.
said, "You bitch."
Why do you think we give you shit about it?
Yeah, because I turned my fucking head away from the microphone.
Alright, so then morning has come. You are all greeted with gray walls and wood. So, what will you do?
Wow.
So, is Nihilus with us at this point?
She currently still with her mother
The whole night?
the whole night.
Yeah.
I am irritated, and who Nihilus is the
Not get a
alchemist,
good
right?
sleep?
Yes.
I'm gonna quickly. So the formula there, Tails. Could I copy it down?
You got a formula?
Yeah,
You would not have nearly the knowledge necessary to do
Okay.
this.
that's fine.
See why you should do these things with the alchemist in the room?
Would I be
Yeah,
able? Do I know what's going on in the formula?
60
Not
minutes,
at
by the
all.
way.
This would
Damn
be
it.
like you looking at theoretical mathematics as a fourth grader.
Yeah, could you explain string theory to me real quick, Flem?
There's strings, and then there's a theory. You know.
Yeah. What are the strings made out
So
of?
the other four of us are in the room together. Then
Correct.
I point.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
I point towards Nihilus and cast message. Where the fuck are you?
How
I
you gonna
I mean,
messaged
sorry.
you
back.
don't know where she is? How you gonna
I messaged back
message her?
probably the same time he's trying to message me again and say, Mom might be able to tell you more about your orb.
Oh my fucking god. I get up and it's like, let's go. Come on, let's go.
That's all it took, really?
Yeah.
What time is it? Roughly.
It's actually,
is it
given
hard to
your
say?
innate nature, you know this is pretty early in the morning. It's about 7 a.m., 6:30, somewhere
When
around
it's a reasonable hour, I have the message ready for the wizard.
there. Okay.
Oh. And yeah, let me finish picking my spells.
So, I guess
Before I go anywhere and like follow, I'm just gonna douse the bowl with another shot of holy water.
All right. And as you do at this time, let me take a look at something really quick. Gotta find your bow. There you go. So yeah, as you do it this time, you notice that the holy aura is getting stronger and seems to be on the cusp of something new.
Nice.
Perhaps one more day.
Follow
okay,
the rest.
so I'm just gonna point into the room. Can we just come in? I don't want to knock.
Just knock, you bitch. I'll walk
I'm
up
just
and
gonna
knock
open the door.
You just
I'm
open the
knocking.
door?
Yeah, I just opened the
I
door.
stop him. I want to stop
Alright, I
him.
need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Dumb bitch. Can I stop? I wanted to stop him so bad.
Okay. So as you open the door, a arrow shoots out from over on the rafter. You notice this just in time as Eldon is yelling at you to stop. You kind of turn back towards him, and the arrow just barely misses you as
can
it
spank me
flings
later.
into the ground.
I just look
Can I
where
get
the
a
arrow
sense of where
came
that
from.
came from?
Yeah, it's just up in a hole above the doorway.
Like directly above it? Can I get a better sense of where it came from than
So it
arrows
is from
came?
an angle. It is not fired from a person. It seems that the door was trapped.
Is the
Oh,
door
okay.
open now, or?
Oh, the door's open now.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna walk
You're a
in.
dumb
These are
bitch.
shit traps you guys have here. I look at Rain and just walk in.
Uh-huh.
Eh. Depends.
And when you come in, you see Lisa is kind of prepping herself on the couch. Oh, there's a lever by the door. You have to knock 3 times, and then you pull it down, and that'll
I
disable
told you
it.
to knock.
Yeah, I knock 3 times and pull it down.
It's not going to work now.
Well, yeah, it's already in the ground, and luckily not in your head.
Oh, that's fine.
You're
And
fucking
do
dumb.
be careful; those are all tipped with poison.
Of course they are.
See, here's the thing.
Dude,
It could
I
be
fucking
worse.
saved your life.
I dodged it regardless, so it's fine. He didn't save shit.
Uh-huh.
He just said
This is
don't
what you
open it,
knock.
and I still opened it, so. This is like the time where I touched that door, where I shouldn't have touched that door, and it opened, and I almost died.
And at this point, you see Lisa kind of go over to the paneling that was there. Wait just a moment. And she pushes the wall in and shifts it to the side.
Did you
Nihilus,
just reload the door?
are
Oh,
you
that, okay.
good?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And also, how do you keep saying they don't stop arguing?
Oh, I ignore them.
My
Yeah,
ass,
okay,
you
right.
ignore us. I just walk in.
Did I hear that?
With your perception, yes.
Okay.
That's where you walk in, and you're like, my ass, you ignore. Fuck.
She wasn't exactly being subtle about it.
I'm sorry, I just win the argument.
Well,
Well, of
That
course,
is-
you're my daughter.
factually wrong.
Well, that was a quick
Speaking of
response.
which, boy, give me your orb.
I'll prod him in the back and say, go on then.
Well,
You want to know more?
What do you want to
Now's
know
your
about it?
chance.
I
I
thought
Well,
want
you
to
built
tell
the
you
damn
more about
thing.
it.
I want to know how it's different from when I put it together.
you want
Oh,
to know
yeah.
how it's different?
She made your orb, by the way.
Well, obviously,
I know
it's
that.
not how I put it together.
Aris, clearly you're interested, or you wouldn't have come over here in like 30 seconds flat. Hand it over.
I'll hand her my orb. You already know what's going on with it to some degree, so it's fine.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, I see why Torek might have had issues with this one.
What happened? Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Insight check.
So
Do I
as you're
have
looking at the
advantage or
orb, no? You do not for this particular one. Mostly because a lot of this is happening internally for her.
I don't
So
have to
you
roll this time?
not this time. Mostly because she succeeded while Torek did not. Well, okay. That was interesting.
What happened?
Well, you're connected to the orb, and you're probably used to speaking with the entities that are apparently inside of it. When somebody else touches the orb, they essentially connect, but only for the duration. And you see her pull her hands off of it. Yes. Only for the duration that they maintain contact.
Meaning...
Well, think of it as if you're sending a message to somebody, but if somebody happened to be touching the person you're messaging, and they suddenly started being able to hear it as well. Of course, that will never happen, but that's essentially the foundation of what's going on here.
This is
And you
new,
see
though.
her grabbing the orb a second time. Oh. And apparently you can build up a resistance.
Permanent resistance
see her
or
kind of-
for a limited time?
Well, let's find out. And you kind of see her like taking her hands off, putting it back on, off and on and off and on. After casting a identify spell on it. Okay. Let's try something a little bit bigger. And she casts Legend Lore.
I'm gonna see her, like... Is she, like, puzzled? Or...
I can boost things, Mom. I can help if you like feel uncomfortable in anything.
Oh, I don't need any help with this. Okay. So, apparently, these two... Actually, let's try this. And you see her start to cast magic into the orb. Do you try to stop her?
What are you doing? I'm, like, pulling it away, I guess.
Okay. As you start to pull it away, she tries to hold on to it. So go ahead and make a contested strength check.
My strength is my dumb stat.
Well, it's hers too, so. Oh, please. I'm just
Are-
trying to give the voices inside a chance to come out.
Permanently?
No. But, at least short term, we should be able to have a conversation.
I can have him come out regardless of that.
Oh, so you know how to activate it. Excellent. Go ahead and do so.
Yeah, I'll just fucking activate it. All you had to
Alright.
do was ask.
Well, you could have just told me that you knew how to do this.
Well, you could have told me what you were doing.
And at this point, Azravon kind of speaks up. Oh, greetings, lady. Ah, welcome. So, thank you for what you've done. I'm going to have to trouble you with some things, and it may not be pleasant. Of course, my lady. How can I help you? And Aris, you see internally that Azravon, while very confused about what's going on here, he seems stronger than he's ever felt before. And you notice that Nihilus' mom is actually channeling into the orb. Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to see if we can pull your soul back.
What?
Right,
This might hurt.
right. Hold up. Right now,
Well,
this
yeah.
has been a way to.
Pull out. What are you doing?
Well, you mentioned that half the soul went there, half the soul went here.
Do not.
So let's pull it back.
Not.
Are you trying to
pull
bring
him
it all
out.
into the orb?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Consolidate it all in one place.
Oh, she's putting it in the orb.
Part of it's
She's-
in the land where he sealed the portal.
Well, you also mentioned part of it flying to the tower, and that
Yeah.
you assumed it was going to Lady Evershift.
Yeah.
Well, let's take it back.
And put it in the orb?
Yes.
Okay. Can I make an insight check?
Go ahead.
I believe her.
Because right now, Azravon is. I'm gonna reroll this. Right now, Azravon's able to
Close portals.
continue
Yeah, we
his
know.
work.
No, I actually didn't tell her you could talk to the. It was the one thing you didn't want to share with my boss, so I didn't tell her.
What do I need to make an insight check again? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. She seems to be blatantly just. Well, actually, with that insight check, there are two things that you gather from this. One, she is being very forthright. She is very much in scientist mode, trying to figure out this puzzle and do things that she can to make this work the way that she assumes it should. You also notice that there is a bit of spite involved in this as well. She has found a way of subtly getting back at the individual and stealing back something that they have taken, and is taking some joy in this.
Aris, if she could do this, she might be able to help the wizards in the tower.
I just like look at Nihilus and just kind of just I don't know. Okay, sure.
Well, let's begin.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Can you cast 8th level spells?
You know what? You don't have to be a bitch all the time. Like, you can just be nice sometimes.
Oh, I am quite nice.
Your mother seems like a very nice lady, you know?
I snark.
I have yet to have a bad experience with your mother here, you know?
And
I've
as
never
long
had
as
a
you
bad
keep yourself in check, you never will.
You
Give
fucking
it another
bitch.
20 years.
And at this point, you see her starting to cast into the orb. And the collection of magics that is in it. Aris, I need you to make an intelligence save.
Save?
Mm-hmm. There is a lot happening, and you are directly connected to this. It did not.
I'm gonna
Shit.
re-roll that
How many times can you do that?
twice.
Oh,
Okay.
Probably wasn't
So-
high enough.
as the magic is going through, you start feeling, and I do mean quite literally, feeling magic coursing through your own body.
I feel the magic in me.
And as you're doing this, you notice that the soul of Azervon starts becoming the focal point. And within the orb, you notice that Shadow and Amelia are getting very much out of the way, for lack of a better way of putting it, as this almost suction effect of the magic starts coming in towards him. All right, so Azervon, whatever method of gritting your teeth you can do, I would do it now.
Not my teeth, please.
And as this occurs, you notice that the orb is suddenly reaching out into the ether. You hear another voice, then another voice, then another, until finally the ever familiar abyssal cant re-enters your mind once again.
Oh shit.
But this time, it is not connected directly to you, but adjacent. Is there anything that you try to do during this time?
Swear to God, if you're Reek.
I don't know if he's gonna have to do anything, but I just reach over to Aris and give him guidance.
Does she
Because
say
I don't know what's
anything?
going on.
Does she say anything when I say that?
Well, you can't steal without taking.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cast. Gonna do. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm prepping.
I don't have protection from good and
I'm
evil.
prepping. Hey, Gene, can you do you have protection from good and evil today?
I can ward you if you like.
Might
I
need
don't
something.
think that's gonna
I
help.
don't know.
Okay. Well, you still have my necklace, so I'll just activate it again.
I don't have your necklace. I thought you had it.
He gave it to you.
Ship. And then you got transported away.
True. Yeah.
So,
All right. You notice at this point, a telepathic link is connecting you to that entity.
Go, bitch.
And the next thing that you hear is one of the most horrid and painful things you have ever heard in your life. Luckily, with the 20, you saved.
Oh, thank
What was the
God.
save?
19.
Nice.
But you still take half damage.
Oh, perfect. What's half damage?
Getting that right now.
I'll take it this is before I placed Warding Bond, correct?
This would be happening concurrently, so I would allow the warding bond to do what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
That takes half of the damage I take onto you.
I take all damage from you.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
whatever Aris is about to take, I take it instead.
50
Hey,
damage.
you know what? I think I'm gonna make it where you guys can see this.
Oh, Jesus.
Why can't I see? Oh, duh. I'm a smarty pants.
Oh wait, no, I don't take all. So if you take half damage, you become resistant to that. So you take a quarter of that damage, Aris.
So
Since you're
I
so
take
whatever.
half
So
of-
yeah, so you take quarter of the 43.
So you
so 43
feel
halved.
And then halved again.
So you feel a blast of energy go through your mind. And luckily, you are not the main target, because instead, this goes straight towards Aldinia. And you hear a psychic scream occurring in her mind.
So I
And
don't
as
take
this
damage?
occurs, you take, if you take 1/4, you take 11 points of psychic damage.
Yep.
And as this occurs, you feel the telepathic bond resyncing the soul that has been split in two. And as the stronger portion is in the orb, it pulls what was held by her back. At which point, the telepathic link is starting to close. Let's see if she gets a chance to do anything back.
I'm gonna say eat a dick. Yep.
And as you do so,
Oh shit.
let's see what she does back.
Fine.
Oh no.
Okay, let's go. Let's bring it, bitch. Bring it.
I hear this. I'm gonna cast Platinum Wings on Aris.
Okay.
I'm ready. Fuck me up.
Ooh, okay. You take
How much damage?
22 points
You
of
take none.
psychic damage as you feel the telepathic link forcibly snapped. How much HP do you have?
Wait, hold on, guys.
Switching
I-
it to him.
Yeah.
took-
How much HP do you have, Gene?
I have 73.
Okay.
So you
Luckily
take.
for you, this is at resistance, so you needed at least 50. As a power word comes through the spell.
Oh my god.
I would have fucking died.
You're welcome.
She rolled a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Oh.
As this goes on, you just see me just fucking collapse.
So you do take 50 points of damage
Whew.
on top of the 22.
Oh my god, I have 1 HP left.
It's power word kill.
Eris, Naos is rubbing off on you.
I have 1
I've been
HP left,
provoking
guys.
her since day fucking one. You don't even know. It's been a back and forth. Here's the
I
thing,
started at
right?
the crypt.
So like I look at Jean on the ground and it's like, you know, that's what Rain felt when she connected, you know? So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. You're doing your job that you were hired for, you know.
I just look up at you and was like, I just don't want anyone else to die.
Appreciate it.
And when you all look back, you notice that Aradel is now leaning against the wall, her head against the pillow. Oh, fuck.
Are you alright?
That felt good.
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm gonna steal a potion from Eris and then just give it to Jean.
No, he'll be
Alright, make a
fine.
sleight of
I-
hand
He
check.
has a fucking superior.
I have
Okay,
potion.
fine.
Make your sleight of hand check if you're going to.
No, I won't.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like sit on my ass and like just lean against the wall with my head on the wall.
I'm going to pat you in the back.
Well,
Mhm,
Azervon,
simply.
how do you feel? And it takes a moment for the soul to completely rejoin itself, because it also was hit by the magic powers going through this conduit.
Oof.
I seem to be more complete. I don't know what you did, but thank you. Oof. And even though you did not take the damage of this, your entire body is just charged. Almost like when your leg falls asleep, but that's over your entire body.
I kind of
I'm-
just like
Pins and
scratch
needles.
myself and just.
I'm going to jab a finger at Eris's shoulder.
It hurts.
Why
How
are you
do you
poking
feel
me?
now?
It hurts.
Poke him again.
Stop poking me. What, do you want
Azervon,
some
do you
bread
know
or something?
where? Azervon, do you know where the other part of your soul was, or what it was being used for?
I believe it was being used to protect the land.
And the other part?
Well, the other two seem to be back here. And I have memories.
Oh, your memories are back. Alright. That's exciting.
I was in another orb
Master Orb.
inside of her.
Oh.
There was a constant oppression of abyssal energy as she fed off of us,
Ooh.
never letting us fully dissipate, and just going between us one by one, playing with us as she ate away at us.
Was she growing stronger off you guys, or?
With how powerful she is, I couldn't tell the difference.
Fair.
Sorry you have those memories.
So, do you remember the question I asked you initially?
There's so
Remember
many
your
people
death?
in there. And you see him, or in your mind, you kind of see him focusing forward. And Aris, you share that memory for a moment, and you hear what sounds like dozens and dozens of voices crying out. And then a moment later, as you ask your question, you feel yourself being ripped apart, piece by piece, as your body literally explodes. And you feel your soul being torn into pieces, scattering away from what was left of your body. I remember all of it, yes. She called to us in the last moment. A word that summoned us to her. But I don't know. It seems to be magical in nature. Almost a word of activation. But because you were touching me with your orb, it didn't know where to go and split me in two.
Was I touching him when he died?
You were pretty close to him.
I was pretty close, but
You were right next to him.
I wasn't right next to Shadow, was I?
You did touch Shadow.
Did I touch Amelia? I didn't touch Amelia.
She attacked you,
Yeah, she touched me at one point, but not when she died.
but you had physical contact.
With the Ollip's corpse.
But I didn't touch. Did I touch? I didn't touch the Blood Witch.
She did not come in the same way.
Oh, that's because Jean's interference.
Interference?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it seems that those of us that trained to use the orbs have a mark on our souls. And that's what allows us to be pulled into them.
What about him? And I kind of like, in my mind, I'm like pointing at Shadow. He's not marked.
He was marked greater than any of us.
She bit him.
Oh yeah.
She cursed him to death.
Marked individuals.
And at this point, you kind of see Amelia pop up. I don't know who this crazy person you're talking about is, but I didn't have anything to do with any of this, so why am I here?
Yeah, you're special. Congratulations. It's because of him.
Well, thank you. I, always have been special. And, well, thank you, Mr. Dragonborn.
I'm
He chose
assuming
his
we had the
redemption.
same moment. My dream was your reality.
Oh, the flying dragon, yes. That did hurt. A lot.
Is the flying dragon some weird sex thing?
Oh no, it was
Definitely a
quite
sex
literal.
thing.
It was a giant platinum dragon. He, we'll say bathed me in dragon's fire. Didn't feel very good.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's my Bahamut.
But afterwards, I woke up, well, relative term, quite literally joined with him.
I mean, I guess you could do worse.
What?
Huh?
He was taking a jab at me.
Well, and at this point, Nihilus' mother sits back up. We know that works, although I don't think it'll work too many times more.
But we could possibly save a few more people.
Well, I'm hoping that might have rattled her shit.
I'll definitely rally her shit. I point towards I point towards Jean on the ground.
Well, that's just her being pissed off.
Yeah, well.
Oh, you're a sturdy one.
Can we not piss off any more dark possessed
Are you
people?
You're the
fucking
one to
kidding me?
talk.
You're the one that was calling them out.
Should
There's
we?
no-
I turn back around to my mother. Is this something we need to act on quickly before she protects herself from it?
Give me a moment. Torek, has there been any change with those that are in the tower? Oh, by the way, I'm alive.
I didn't tell him that. Maybe I did. I did.
And you did. Well, I think we did rattle her shit, as it were.
Who's
Did we get some
gone?
people back?
It seems that we, hold on. And you see her kind of leaning to a side, almost as if she's listening. Seems that they're all coming back.
Oh.
And a few of them are reporting in memories similar to Azravan's, but of an explosion occurring.
Ooh.
Are they saying something about get fucked, bitch? At all?
Well, there were a few that noticed that lovely burst of energy that came our way. But I think we might have shattered her orb.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Oh, this has been a good day.
This is great.
Oh, she's gonna be so mad.
Oh yeah.
I would just like to point out Gene is still the bad guy in this situation, okay? He's still pissed off somebody.
What,
We
me?
did
You're
not
the one that
think-
called them out.
You're 100% the one who pissed off somebody, like, not via backstory, via action.
I'm gonna
Okay,
jab.
That's
okay, it's
it
not-
was just a jab. It was just a jab. I mean,
Okay, Rakdos will come eventually, okay?
Rakdos. What are you all doing with the demon?
It's all his fault.
it's his fault.
I was doing my duty.
What duty involves a demon lord? You're a paladin.
Stealing
I
away his souls.
I was not stealing away. I was redeeming the soul.
Well, that makes more sense.
Amelie here was about to potentially, in my eyes, get sent to hell,
Get what she had coming, and, you know,
and I thought she deserved a second chance at a better afterlife. So
after attempting to kill us and charming him.
I
No.
attempted to give her a second chance, and I beat out Rakdos for winning her soul, and I may have been put on a hit list.
And
May
when
have?
you mention this part, you notice that she doesn't give these looks very often, but there's a look of genuine impressed. Like, you took on a demon lord and didn't die.
I dislike Jean even more now.
Oh, why? You're a cleric. You would have done the same thing.
No, she wouldn't have.
No.
So have you learned how to be as strong as this one?
I hate you, Jean.
See, Amelia, isn't this more entertaining than wherever the fuck you were gonna go?
Well, I can't say that you guys aren't entertaining, but I only get to see you every now and then, so it's not exactly a constant trip, as it were.
Anyway, Mother, I had prepared something to, you know, ease your cursed wounds today, but if you're too busy being impressed with the paladin here, I can just go get about my business.
Oh, don't be fussy. Besides, oh, these wounds will heal, but, oh, that was so good.
All right, well, everybody give me 10 minutes. Let me work on this, and I'll be ready when we get to the magic shop.
By chance, did the other two, are they still in the tower?
She doesn't know.
From what I've
Doesn't-
gathered, the individuals are waking up as we speak.
But,
And,
He meant the 5.
I'm talking about Warash and Roxas. Are they still there? Did Torque say?
I only talked with him about the individuals that were coming, but I might be able to spare one more spell slot if necessary.
It might be important to know if anyone left.
Very well.
Just looking
Torek,
into
one
it.
last thing. How are things in the tower? Were there any other traders? And she waits a moment. Well, that's one way to handle things. Apparently, Roxas shut down the tower and won't allow anyone in and out, and they are currently holding an inquisition.
Of?
Everyone.
Interesting.
Perfect.
It's still ongoing, but apparently Roxas is clean, according to Torek.
I believe that. Well, Azravon, do you happen to know what you're capable of? Is there anything I should know about?
I need to see their orbs. But I think since we've shattered, hopefully, the Master Orb, we might be able to replicate this. Although, hopefully not with the soul-sucking
Who's saying this?
entity that's going on. Oh, Aradel is saying this to you.
Okay.
But yes, I do believe I might be able to make some modifications now that I somewhat understand what's going on here. The principle's identical. The difference is the enchantment. Apparently your orb is broken. But broken in its original enchantment, not broken in the sense of it working. But that's why your soul hasn't been sucked into it yet. Although you are quite literally attached to it, so don't ever break it because you will quite literally break with it.
Yeah, I figured as much.
But yes, I think we might be able to do something with this. Perhaps use the orb as a barrier between the soul and the source of power that's being pulled.
Fantastic. Can I have 10 minutes to remove some curses here?
And at
Not
this point, you
stopping.
see Lisa kind of just turning around. Let's go. Let's go.
Bringing us out.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right. Are we? By the way, are we? I'm like calling back. Are we meeting upstairs? Are we going to magic shop? Are we doing anything here before we go?
Yeah, just give me 10 minutes. I
Okay.
need to. Oh, is it a reasonable hour? How long did that take?
That whole thing probably would have taken an hour or so.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
I'm going to say it's reasonable. I'm going to send a message
Okay.
to my wizard friend in his tower.
How long is a short rest?
Roughly an hour.
I'm gonna go take a nap real quick. I'll meet you guys.
But you don't like being at 1 hit point? By the
It's,
way, you would have been dead if you dropped to 0.
Well, at least I was able to take it with 1.
Yeah, if you hadn't taken it, you would have dropped
Yeah,
dead.
I would have died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll meet you guys in a few. I gotta go lay down,
We'll wait
rest
for you.
off.
Yeah, you need it.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Member of Silver Fang named Uldon coming to see you. Lost hand in defense of Closa. Can you help him? He has plane traveled.
And
Oh! Fixing limbs. I can do this. I can design one. Yes. If they're willing to help with my experiments.
I gave him the end.
All right.
Okay. Now that that's done, hold on, let me mark that off. I would like to take a look at my mother's wounds and see if I think remove curse will do anything to help her healing.
Okay. And as you inspect her wounds, taking off the bandages is a very long process. So while you were thinking you would be in here for about 10 minutes, it's quite literally full body. So what it starts turning into 15 and 20. But you are able to eventually get them all off. And her entire body is covered. You notice that one of her arms has a entire patch that has been torn off. It is starting to heal back, and some new skin is replacing what has been taken away. But the small nicks and cuts that are all around her seem to be perpetually bleeding. And given your cleric background, this does seem like a curse, and this does potentially look like something that a remove curse could help with.
I do it.
Okay. And as you do so, you notice that it doesn't stop immediately, but as you wipe away the blood, getting ready to rebandage her, many of them are no longer replacing what has been wiped away.
And I'm going to follow that up with a second level Cure Wounds.
And this time, as you cure, the actual wounds start to seal. You notice that one on her arm start to actually expand and almost return to its normal shape. It's going to take some time, probably weeks, if not months, of healing to fully restore. But it is something that she now has full function of and would at least be able to get by with, although probably not something she's ever going to let anybody else outside this room see.
Mother, you do need some divine healing over the course of time. Do you know anybody at the church you can go to?
I know of some. There were some friends of your father's that we've kept in touch, but not often.
Anybody who has divine magic who can remove curse energy, and I can't do it yet, but restoration spells at a higher level. I don't think the druid's magic was doing enough to help you, unfortunately.
Well, I will definitely follow up on that. And I know I jest, and I know I sometimes can be crass, but you're doing well. I'm proud of you.
I mock falling over in shock.
Oh, don't be such a bitch.
Whoa.
But I won't pressure you into being a wizard, but for a cleric, you're not half bad.
That's and I just stutter, like I don't even know what to say.
And at this point, you hear a sound of apparition occurring behind you.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh.
Fiend bitch found us. We're all screwed.
Bandage changing time, I see. Well,
Oh,
I can assist with that. And you see her kind of lift up a finger, and your mother just raises in the air and starts slowly spinning and protesting the entire time. And screaming out about how she feels like a pig on a spit and that this is no way to treat a human being. Well, maybe this will calm you down a little bit. And you notice that another finger comes up and her bandages start to fall away from her face. You see that the hole where her eye had once been seems to have been punctured, not just with the removal of the eye, but also with various things being done to it in order to inflict pain. And Kyrie brings over what looks like her original eye, but with your new eyes, you notice that there is a faint trace of magic surrounding it.
Good magic?
You would definitely recognize this as a what's the name of it again? I believe it's an ersatz eye. And as she places this in your mother's face as she slowly turns back around, there. Blink twice and tell me what you see. And your mother complies, although somewhat begrudgingly, which is a very weird place for you to be in currently, because you have never seen your mother be obedient to somebody. But you're guessing something has occurred with these two before, perhaps during a scrying spell. That Aradel is very complacent with following directions with Kyrie around. Oh, I can see. see out of both eyes. These aren't easy to make. And at this point, Kyrie just goes, for somebody like me, it's no difficulty whatsoever.
And we couldn't let the succubus bitch keep a souvenir.
And to this, your mother gives a smile and is laid back down on the bed, a fresh set of bandages over her. Although it seems many of them may not be needed for much longer.
Yeah.
Well, came here for a delivery, although that was a bit more interesting than I expected. I am going to need to talk with your group. Where are the rest of them?
I think they're just outside. Oh, that took longer than I thought. They may have wandered.
Speaking of which, for the past 30 minutes, what have the rest of you been doing?
Asleep.
Went to the bar. What's
You see
her name?
Lucille
Sorry.
there, but you do
Lucille.
not see the X.
Hey Lucille, can I have another shot of whatever that was yesterday?
We have stuff to do. You can't drink before getting a tattoo.
It's fine. If
Sure.
anything, you drink before getting the tattoo.
Don't drink
And,
too much. You're still attached,
The drink she places in front of you is identical to the one that you got the day before, but this time it has a little TP hat in it as well.
Oh, a teepee hat.
Just wanted to make sure that it's going to be good enough for you. And
What
you
does
see her
that
give a
mean?
wry smile and make her way over to the other side of the bar.
This bitch.
Are you pissing people off?
I pissed her off yesterday, so probably. If I smell it, does it smell the same as it was, or is there a different?
Make a perception check. Smells like strong alcohol.
I don't know if I trust it. I look at her real quick. Can I make an insight check on her?
Go ahead.
Actually, no, I don't need to. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? On second thought, I'm just gonna leave it for today. Maybe later.
You're gonna waste perfectly good alcohol after
mean-
I've taken all this effort to prepare.
I mean,
it
you're
for you.
welcome to drink it. I'll even give you some money for this one.
Well, maybe you're not so tough after all. At which point she picks up the drink and knocks it back.
Wait,
Wow.
Flame, are you using meta information to influence your character's decisions right now? Kinda cringe, bro, not gonna lie.
It was a tinge of something different, and I'm like, eh.
Well, if you ever want a real drink, stop on by.
Of course, just busy today.
Yes, very busy, as she points to the empty room.
I was talking about myself.
You're always too busy for a drink. Well, then at that point, you're not living anymore.
All right, I'm just gonna get up and walk away.
Tell Rain to stop by at some point. Toodles.
Of course.
And this, this is an older lady. She's probably in her 40s.
That's young.
She's-
What do you mean?
In this time frame, not so much.
Yeah, actually, disgusting.
Yeah, so she kind of looks over and you see her just snickering at you as you leave, as she just continues cleaning her bar.
I can't tell if she likes you or hates you. I really can't tell.
That's how I feel with Kyrie.
I think
All the
I
characters.
think she likes me.
Maybe.
And I would give you this, given your insight checks from the night before. This does seem to be predominantly good fun.
Yeah.
And she's not throwing things at you.
Yeah,
So.
I know.
Mhm.
I'm just waiting around till.
Okay. Rain or Eldon?
I'm going to go over to the inn and
Okay.
stop by.
And as you go in, you notice Aris is heading out, and Lucille's just kind of mockingly waving at him, like,
Your mom's
"Oh,
looking for you."
goodbye."
I look back. Does she do it?
Oh, look, he follows directions. Excellent.
Ah, fuck you.
I just laugh out loud.
At which point, Lucille makes her way over to you. Well, he's interesting.
That he is.
Although he can't take a joke very well. I think I might have to play with him some more. Kind of reminds me of Shadow before he got all fatherly.
Ah,
Oh, don't get me wrong. It was good for him as much as it was for you. But there's a reason that him and the Axe are such good partners.
yeah.
So, what can I get for you? Your usual?
Well, what time is it right now? Like early morning?
It's
or
about 8.
8. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The usual.
Very well.
I'm not sure what the usual is, but yeah, the usual.
So yeah, she places a drink in front of you, and at this point, she also slides you a note.
I read the note.
Okay, I'll go into that one with you later.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Oh, Nihilus. Oh. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Trying to read minds again? Oh my god, dude.
Man.
Okay. At this point, you float up in the air slightly, and you feel a light tap from behind. At which point, you're just gently shoved a little forward. Oh, you have no idea.
You're right. I don't, and I blush so red.
Was that her mother talking?
Nope. I made an inappropriate joke to Kyrie.
Why?
You need to learn to get your nose out of other people's minds.
Heads.
I didn't read her mind. I made a joke. I swear to God, no magic was involved.
All
I
right.
like.
Eldon, is there anything that you wanted to accomplish in this 30 minutes?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
I'm good to just chill.
All right. So, Jean, you are done with your short rest. You all are able to meet up. What would you like to do?
How's the nap? I asked Jean.
I'm still a little sore all over, but I feel a little bit more refreshed.
I'm going to take out a grass and then hand it to Jean. Want some?
Grass? I'm more
Yes.
of a seaweed type of person.
Is that the grass that made you throw up?
It's the mocha grass. Yeah.
I'm more of a seaweed type of person.
Okay, I just munched on the thing instead. I
All
like
right.
one of those
Good.
you know the part where you munch on a toothpick just for when you're thinking or something? Kind of like that.
I'm gonna
That's
put
it.
a straw hat on also.
Yeah.
Some overalls and some breeches.
Don't have a straw hat around, but yeah.
So we're heading out and going to this maggot shop that Aris keeps on raving about.
Let's go.
Dude, but
Yeah.
And
I'm
as
up
you
there, yeah.
mentioned this, up north, Nihilus, a few minutes later, Kyrie comes out of the room. And with your passive perception, I won't have you roll for this. You notice that the region around your mother's eye is mostly fixed.
Yay!
And she is just resting on the bed. And Lisa kind of goes back into the room and is kind of just very confused at how clean and well the bandages are on there. And comes back out. Well, it looks like she'll be sleeping for a while. Shall I just come with you all, or?
I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, no worries at all. And Kyrie starts making her way towards the bar.
I go.
Oh god, is Lisa gonna start hitting on Eldon and Aris or something?
Oh god, I hope not.
And as she comes in, well, think that's everyone. Where's the archer?
Were you at the bar with the others?
I was doing whatever. I don't know what day is. What's happened? I was like spaced
Alright,
out.
so we'll say that you're in
Last
the
2
bar.
minutes. Yeah, sure.
Well, I have a quick, we'll say, announcement, but also a future job for you all. You've done well protecting this one, but things are going to get a little more interesting soon.
They weren't
And-
interesting enough.
Oh, just having some fun. But I will be gone for the next few months, making some preparations. I'll be leaving tomorrow, but when I return, I'm going to need some help collecting some materials.
What
And,
materials?
Well, that depends on how my trip goes. And when I get back, we'll be accelerating our plan to remove some of these portals.
Does this
Okay.
have to do with the project you told me about?
Very much so. I need to find a good candidate and start some enchantments.
Okay.
But while I'm gone, don't die.
Never
I'll
intend
try
to.
not to.
And your mother should be better in probably 2 weeks or so.
Will she need additional, or is just she natural healing?
Gave her a little bit of a pick-me-up.
I give her a really big smile.
But
Never tell me what exactly you did, but thank you.
But yes, it will take a bit of time for things to complete, and yes, while I'm gone, stay out of trouble, and more importantly, and at this point, she looks directly at Rain. I need you to
Mhm.
make sure that they stay safe here, and those that you report to already know about this, but if they forget, make sure to talk to Eldon here to contact me.
Of course.
And Rain, you notice that when she mentions all of this, Lucille has stopped working at the bar and is kind of just staring in your direction.
Okay.
Well, anyways, anything you need to mention to me before I go?
You met with the Grandmaster. Who is he?
An interesting individual. You might meet him someday. But He's done some interesting things here.
Are we free to move about the city still, or just down here?
You can move about the city. From what I've gathered, there shouldn't be too many issues, but if something comes, this is where you need to go. And I've already worked with the headmaster to ensure that the accommodations that are here are available to you whenever you need them.
Will the headmaster be coming soon?
Should be remaining here, but I don't think they'll be coming down unless you ask for them.
Ah, I see. All right. Sounds good.
I kind of like lean forward. So, Kyrie, what's Shay got for us?
Well, what's a gift if I tell you what's in the box?
What's in the box?
A very... I got nothing. I don't know.
Well,
Very-
speaking of which, you should probably go take care of that soon, given that, well, I didn't exactly put an expiration date on it, but, you know, whimsy and all that.
I'll off to meet with Shade soon.
Well, good luck. If you need me, I will be at the bar for one more day.
Will Mira and Lyra still be around?
Periodically they'll need to come assist me, but most of the time they should be here.
Okay.
Very well. And if you need anything, well, you know where to reach me. And as she raises her hand, she disappears from in front of you.
What a show off.
Be careful,
Don't.
she may hear you.
Eh,
I would not surprise me.
Definitely does.
I've said
Knowing what
worse.
we know, definitely does.
Hmm.
Are you guys used to interacting with her so regularly?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Somewhat. Unfortunately?
She's always helped us.
Because she scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
She grows
Okay.
on you.
No, she should 100% scare the shit out of you.
I mean, you're the one that keeps poking it, so.
Poking the bear.
Poking the bear.
It also means I'm the one who knows what she's capable of.
Poking the
She should scare the shit out of
poking
you.
the bugbear, if it were, you know.
And at this point, Lisa's kind of
Yeah, I will
staring
bear.
at Nihilus, just like bug-eyed, like, you're doing what?
Hey, let's go to Shades.
Yeah. I read her mind once, you know. It's
You
fine.
what?
We're fine. It's fine. She's over it.
Surprised you're still alive.
We laughed about it. It was a good time, you know.
Yeah, sure did.
I owed her. She wanted something from me.
I
Yep.
don't even know what kind of things that somebody that powerful would want to ask for.
So let's go to the magic shop.
Let's go to Shades.
All right. And Lisa is following behind and very much like almost pulling Nihilus back and full on like gossip girling with you. Like, what did you do? Tell me all the details. What's happening? Like,
I tease her about how I told Kyrie that she was kinky.
you must have a death wish or something because
I
that
mean,
is.
I think you would have a good time. I'm just throwing it out there, you know.
I enjoy a good tumble here and there, but no, I like living.
Just don't piss her off much.
Much.
And you kind of see
Man.
her just like visibly shaking, like, ugh. All right. So as you all are making your way, you find that Shade's shop is open as it usually is, and when you come inside, it is an empty tent with small glass cases, almost as if it had never been touched from the last time you were here. And Shade floating in the middle. How can we greet you?
Kyrie said you had something for us.
Ah, yes, we do. Who will be the first?
I think ours will be the first. He's really excited about it.
What is this? I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
An enhancement.
An enhancement.
If you follow us through
Okay.
this door.
I'll go for it. Fuck it. I'm excited. I wanna.
Does he have like the tattoo book with the examples so we can see his work?
So as you go into this room, you notice that there is a almost like a massage bed without the head on it. But instead, there is a glowing orb with handprints on each side. And above that, a collection of metal needles that are almost fish hooked over the bed. Where shall you get it, and what type are you aiming for?
What options?
Well, we can place it anywhere you like on your body, but given the power requirements, you will need to choose at least 2 locations. And they kind of give you more details about how this is going to give you +2 to a base stat.
Oh yes!
What?
Nice.
And that this is something that can be enhanced.
Oh yes!
And all of the stats must be in the same stat.
Oh shit!
So
Can it pass 20?
it can go up to 22.
No, dude. No.
Ooh.
We're gonna
What
be
happens when I
gods.
What happens
So-
if I have 21 decks?
Yo. Ooh.
Pick
If you have
something else.
21, it would still
like
just be a
this
5
one.
currently.
Ah.
So
But as she mentioned, it only can do the same stat. So I want you all to go take a look at the link I am about to put in our Gin chat. And that is the item. You are getting the base version today.
Up to a
Whoa.
total of +6.
But that'll cost you
Bro.
16,000 more gold to get to that point.
So it's +2 total, +4 total, +6
So-
total.
Correct.
I can basically not touch my int ever again. It's like an upgrade, and I can just go with these tattoos as an upgrade for gold cost.
If you get the necessary gold, yes.
I'm the same. I'm the same.
Cannot go above 22.
Yeah, so if you
Oh.
have 19 in a stat and you get the +2 now, when you get the +4, it'll only go up to +3.
So if you plan
Okay.
on maxing this stuff out, you want to somehow aim.
Can I split it?
You can
No.
only put it on the same stat. Because what she's doing
So-
is building a network of spells on your back to enhance a particular trait.
In that case, that'd be better to put in something that's lower, right?
Potentially.
No, but most things can't even get you to 22. So like what are the only? There's only a few magic items that like you set. It sets it to like a certain point, right? Like
There's like
Officially.
giant
like
strength
giant
belt or
giant
whatever.
belt.
Or the gauntlets, I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of them.
They change. The gauntlets are like 25. The belt of like if it's like cloud giant or something like that is like 30 strength. depends on the giant.
Where must meet a
I don't know if there's anything like that for Dex.
Okay. So there's I get 2 tattoos then?
So you're choosing 2 parts of your body that this is going to go on, because the complete version requires 2 like 2 limbs, or it could be like your back and an arm or something like that. It covers a significant portion of your body.
Okay. I'm gonna do on my left arm. If it covers the whole arm.
It will, yes.
Okay, so
And,
up to like the shoulder then, right?
okay, yeah, so
How
that
I'm
would cover
imagining it.
half of your back and your left arm.
Okay. It's for one.
You'll be getting a Maui tattoo.
Yeah.
Sleeve.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for both or just
So you would get that would cover the 2 body parts
okay.
you need.
Yeah, that works.
And this will give you the +2 base stat once we get there. I'll go into how once we're done with everything.
I kind of want it to. I don't know if I can choose if it's.
You can choose exactly what you want it to
Okay.
look like.
So
Yes.
I was thinking about this. I kind of want like. So from like the under the forearm, I kind of want like an hourglass set there, and then from the hourglass, kind of like wisps of magic. If you were to fucking imagine that going up to the. I guess the shoulder.
Like orbs and smoke and shit.
Yeah. And then like when it hits like I don't know the bicep or so, it starts to like change into like a different style of magic.
Okay. Very well. We can accomplish this. I need you to place your hands on the orb and concentrate into it. If you can put any magical essence into it, that will assist.
Like what?
Oh, quite literally, just reach out with your magic senses.
What I guess?
Alright, I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
Damn.
Brilliant. So,
failed.
I mean,
as
it's 6. I don't know if that helps.
No, it was a 13. It's
Oh.
So as you place your hands on this orb, you see Shade start grabbing the needles. And you notice that they're grabbing all 6 of them with separate arms each. But before you're able to ask much of a question, you suddenly feel a jerk of energy being pulled towards that orb, and you see power coming up through the hooks that lead to the needles. And at that point, you just completely black out.
Nope.
I should have got that drink, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes about 2 hours. At which point, Aris, you wake up and you notice that a collection of gems and coloring have gone into the tattoo that you've requested. And you can feel the energy inside of you returning back to a normal state. It hurts like hell, but you also feel slightly stronger in some ways.
But yeah, some of the coloring is like. I'm gonna say it's a decent amount of grays and fucking. Right.
Yeah, so they would have used a collection of sapphires as well as some onyxes and things like that.
That's just sick.
Mm-hmm.
So who shall be next?
Me.
Very well. Join us in the back.
I'm going with Int, by the way.
And the weird part for everyone else is kind of used to this at this point. But Aris, you notice Shade going into the back. And a new customer comes in the door. And Shade is floating in the middle of the room again.
I look in the back and I look at Shade.
She is still back there working on Nihilus.
Okay.
And
don't
it
know
seems
what's
that
that
as soon as the customer leaves, Shade disappears once again.
Spooky.
And this has been going on off and on for the past 2 hours for the rest of you.
Oh, so we saw it before.
Oh yeah, you were seeing this happening again and again over that time.
And I'm gonna show the party my sick tattoo. You know, it's like this is sick.
Fancy.
You too could
What
get
do
a
I
tattoo.
pick?
What was that?
I don't know what stat to pick. It's tough for me.
Well, if you don't pick the stat today, that's fine. We can talk about that one later. So, Nihilus,
So
what would you like?
I want dual sleeves, and I want it to kind of be kind of like a henna design of silver stars and like just like star patterns and constellations, and obviously with mistress stars mixed into everything with like the dots and the line patterns and like going down onto my fingers. And I want it to be silver, black, and blue.
Okay. And you notice that as you are mentioning this, she's pulling out a jar of silver dust, a collection of small diamonds, a few small sapphires, and finally a collection of onyxes. Very well. Place your hands on the orb, please, and if you can inject it with a form of magical energy, that would assist.
I specifically choose guidance even though I know it's not going to help.
All right, go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw.
Remember, you get a +3 from me.
Boom, I take it like a champ.
Nice.
So congratulations on being the first person to ever stay conscious for this out of the 5 or so people that have gone through this process.
Yep.
So, Nihilus, you notice that as the magic is very suddenly starting to be pulled out of you, you kind of pull yourself back and control the flow a little bit better. And the magic is going into the needles and creating a circuit as Shade connects. And after placing a line of magic on your skin, they'll come by and sprinkle or place the gems in place, and then go over it again with the magic needles, imbuing it into your skin. And as these different layers connect and coincide, you can feel the energy building up in your hand, then up your forearm, until eventually it goes all the way up to your shoulder. And when they start doing the other hand and start going up the other arm, you feel a completeness starting to be built, almost like when you fully finish a magic circle, where that moment of excitement occurs and the effect goes off. And as she finishes the last of the parts of this tattoo, you feel the magic circle connect. And with your eyes, you notice that your arms are glowing, not just from the tattoo and the silver there, but actually collecting magic ether from around you.
I'm such a badass.
Nice.
This only takes 1 hour to complete.
Because I'm a freaking champ.
So Nihilus comes out. Who shall be next?
It's not that bad, RS. I don't know what you were being such a wuss about.
Oh god, it's gonna take forever to strip off all this armor on me.
We
I'll
can
go
next.
assist you with that.
I'll do it. Well, June does that.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 second, let me undress in the middle of the store, please.
I'll go help.
Well,
Oh,
It's
you have like
actually an
you have
item.
underclothes, I guess.
Yeah, those armors you usually have like the equivalency of a t-shirt and things like that underneath. You almost have to, because otherwise it would chafe and you would die inside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and also it would be like metal armor isn't exactly like thermally like useful.
yeah.
At all.
yeah, I know I'm not gonna be stripping naked. I know I have clothes underneath, but I still had to take all the armor off.
Okay. So Eldon, as you are led back, you are not magically gifted, but we can work
I have
with
some
this.
magic. Thank you very much.
What would you prefer to do?
Okay. I want. This is tough. So I'm gonna
Looking
get
at
it
this
on
internet.
my. So it's 2 locations, right?
Correct.
So I want to get it on my back, then it comes down the shoulder and onto the right arm.
Okay.
And
So
could it
covering
be-
whole back and half arm, or just the?
I want sleeve and upper back.
Okay. And what would you like it to
Oh,
look
yeah.
like?
So I want it to be. I want on the back for it to be a hawk, and then with like a, I don't know, some sort of runic design around it, like elven runes
Okay.
that travel along the shoulder and down the arm. Just a mixture of elven
Would they be
runic
like
symbols.
these? And Shade points at your bow.
Yes, along
Very
the
well.
lines. You feel free to change them as you see fit.
It has been a long time since we have seen ancient wood elf.
Yeah, this is a special bow. I'll put it that way.
It is a growing item.
As
They are very rare. You are quite lucky.
oh my god, this dialogue reminds me of like Oblivion NPC.
Place your hands on the orb, and if you can inject it with magics, that will assist.
And I have like reasonably high con, but I just know it's gonna roll on that fucking one.
Well, you get plus
You-
3 from me.
Don't jinx yourself.
Why listen anyway?
Go ahead and roll
No.
your con save.
Take it like a champ.
Hey, at least you got a 10.
Yeah, you beat
So-
Aris.
You
I
felt that
blame it on a
little bit
lack
of a
of magic.
sting when Shade mentioned that you weren't magically capable. And just to almost show off to her, you're like, I'll inject this with magic. And when you do so, it pulls everything. And just without even a second thought, you're just out like a light. So 2 hours later, Eldon comes
yeah.
out. And yeah, the sleeve is looking beautifully done. And you notice that since there weren't specific colors chosen for this one, the coloring of your. Oh, did you have a
Okay, go
specific
on.
color?
Unless you had like ideas.
So I was gonna make it where it's depending on the angle that you're at, it shifts colors.
Okay, that's fucking omega cool. Do that.
I'm retconning the blue tails. Blue is
Too late.
me throwing
It's done, no
colors. Too many
retcons.
colors. Too many colors.
Dragonborn, it seems that you are ready. Why don't you come back with me?
I had to pick a stat though.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I picked wisdom by the way.
We'll go over the stats and all that and how to add them in a moment.
Saw the item. Picked up the item.
Yeah, you can go ahead and add the item, and I'll go over the stat in a bit.
How do we add the
I'll give it a second.
All right, so welcome, and what would you like?
I will place it on my back and
Be a
chest.
symbol of Bahamut. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have on my back.
Icy farmer.
I'm gonna have on my back the Dragon Bahamut stretched out in flight. And can you do like some sort of like gradient of blue and platinum or blue and silver? And
We
then
can.
and on my chest I will have an olive branch.
Very well. Before we do this, though, your companion must come out.
Like fully?
If they are inside you, they might interrupt the process.
Okay. And I look down and like, you gotta come out, friend.
That's so weird.
And a small bird comes flying out, perching himself on the counter on the side.
I had a completely different image in my head.
Thank you. Would you like the dragon to fly?
It's animated. Yo.
Sure, why not?
Very well. Place your hands on the orb,
Oh
and
god.
please inject it with magic.
Okay, guys, here I go.
Go ahead and roll your con save.
20.
Egg.
Nice.
Very nice.
You've been taking a lot of beatings recently, and for some reason, this is getting pretty easy now. And as you do this, you feel a very strange sensation on your back. The platinum dragon being imbued into it, and you almost feel as if 4 different sets are being put in at once. And as the completion of the tattoo comes hold, you feel almost a set of eyes on you, but not in the like watching you from the back, but very much the eyes of somebody that cares, looking over and expressing appreciation. At which point the bird comes and sits on your shoulder.
That was
So
an adventure courier.
and it chirps in your ear and kind of looks down and then flies back into your chest.
Hey,
You
Ren.
notice that it's stronger than it's been previously.
Ooh,
Very nice.
courier's been working out.
So when you all come out, and Nihilus and Aris and Eldon, you would have noticed this, that your own tattoos are also animated. Although they are subtle in theirs.
Oh, they're like wisps? Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm. And
Nice.
Nihilus, your stars sparkle.
Oh.
And Eldon, your hawk is constantly in flight and shifting its wings. And as it
Very
shifts
cool.
with the colors, it does the same. But Jean's, on the other hand, when you look at his chest, the olive branch is there, and it's quite beautifully done. But relative to the tattoos on your arms, it seems almost mundane. But then he turns around, and you see what almost feels like a 3-dimensional dragon flying towards you, covering the entirety of his back. And Jean, as you flex your shoulders back, the dragon does flap with it.
That's fucking sick.
Nice.
Pe- Peace in the front, combat in the back.
Too bad you can't grow a mullet.
I mean, they're dragons, though.
Spells for that too, I'm pretty sure.
I am not gonna give my dragon
Mullet
a mullet.
curses.
Curse of the mullet.
It gives me a heavy armor, plate armor, but that's cursed with mullets.
Is that
All
really
right.
a curse though?
Miss, would you come back with us, please?
I slowly walk there and
And
I
what would you like?
I turn around and I kind of mention on my spine, if you can have something of a dagger in the middle of my spine while there are vines wrapping from my left hip up to my right shoulder. With
Very
a bit
well.
more thorns, with specks of red, amber, and silver.
And you see her grabbing some garnets and rubies with a bit of silver dust.
Kinda almost like ish. This maybe.
Very well. If you can place your... Oh. You are constructed interestingly.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And where were you built?
That is a very good question that I don't
Built?
know the answer yet.
Did we hear this?
You do not.
Are you sure?
Very well. Well, let us attempt. This may be difficult.
Gotta do a 15
Is
con
this
save.
advantage?
I would like you to go ahead and do your Constitution save, just normal.
Okay.
+3.
Look at us. Look at us three.
And Rain, as you are getting this tattoo made, the hour completes. And you can feel your body pushing out all of the imbues that have been put inside of you.
Oh no. Do I need to keep repeating the codes?
Let us try this again.
Fuck. Okay.
You got this,
We shall
Constitution.
use a different tool for this one.
Hey, you made it with my +3, so.
She takes you from the chair that you're that you're laying on and brings you to another room. A room that wasn't there before.
Ooh.
This time with a Electrum-based console.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And she pulls out a singular needle. And you notice a very potent red glow as she brings the gems over once again. And you feel your body finally starting to take it as you're imbued with true magic. And that's where we're going to end today.
Ooh. Wait. Is it different?
How does Shade have true magic?
That is a good question.
I mean, we don't know any of it. Maybe, isn't it the instrument that she's using? It's using?
Maybe?
Are we?
My
taking
question
her-
still stands.
Hmm.
I
Alright,
browsed
well-
the shop while everybody else is getting tattoos, by the way.
Okay. But yeah, so that's where we're going to end today's session. We will be coming back in 2 weeks, hopefully, to this one. In the next week, we will be doing our one-shot.
Oh, so I need to finish my character.
I'm
yeah.
so
Oh,
excited.
dude, why-
Okay, I'm gonna end the
Well,
stream.
have you
real quick.
decided?
Thank you,
Thank
everyone,
you
for
for
watching.
watching.